Hey, you don't know this, but this is the second time I've been doing this. Stuff here. I just shot like a whole video, and I forgot that I had my camera set to the time-lapse setting that I use to record my 3D printer print job, where it takes 1 second of video for every 60 seconds. So yeah, that was all a mess. So anyways, hey, I'm here. And the reason I'm here is twofold. Originally, I wanted to make a video just talking about my experiences with the the Monster versus the M Super. I have about 900K on my M Super and 122K on my Monster, and I'll put the mileage translations up here. And I just wanted to give my thoughts about which one, if I only had to buy one wheel, which one it would be. And without a doubt, it would be the M Super. And the reason for that is it's kind of the best of both worlds, in my opinion, where it's small enough that it's still transportable, maneuverable, more maneuverable, and yet being comfortable for longer rides. You know, I did a 50-mile commute on the M Super, and it did very well in that regard. It's still quite fast. This is an older one. This is the original V3 820 watt-hour battery, 67 volt, and I've been very, very pleased with it. That's not to say that I'm not pleased with my Monster, but I would say that it's more of a one-trick pony, where it's good for cruising and not much else, in my opinion. It's not maneuverable. It's heavy. Hey, what's up, guys? Hopefully you can hear me. I just was I don't know why there wasn't any super secret reason that I played my old Gotway safety video. That was actually a video that I made after the M Super Pluses came out, and they had a firmware bug that would cause oscillation when you went over a bump, and that was that, like, Marty fell during that, and I don't know, it was just the first video I came up with. So what's going on? I assume you guys can hear me, hopefully. Cynthia May has been quite busy in my comment section on the Alley Cat video. Saw lots of Cynthia May comments there. Oh man. Okay, let me do something here real quickly. So happy Friday night. I actually was off work today, so that was nice for me. I enjoy not working. Unfortunately, I probably have, if I go full term, I probably have like 9 years to go until I can get full retirement. So it would be nice to retire like Marty, but that is not a reality for me yet. So if you guys saw, I did post earlier, I have a bunch of stuff to give away. I have some extra shirts. I have some of the prototypes of my full face headlight helmet. How do you like that? I thought that was a creative name, right? Yeah, I thought it was creative, so that means probably no one else did, but I kind of like that naming. These are a couple of my early prototypes. Giving some of those away. I have a set of mostly silver exo armor for the Sherman. I have a couple of the early prototype stubby stands, and I have hi baby, Elsa's here. I have a white 2.1 stand that's a little wonky but usable, and I have the crown jewel of the giveaways is I'm going to be giving away the dog bone seat that Shield 400 made for me. I'm keeping the conventional one, but I'm going to give this one away. The one that's more conventional, it's like a Zoom Wheels Brian seat. I'm going to actually try mounting like a spacer block underneath it to make it sit higher for me. So I'm going to hold on to that one, but I am going to give this one away. Now, as far as giveaways go tonight, and I'm going to have to repeat this multiple times, I'm sure. It's only I'm only opening it up to people in the continental United States, international shipping, and unless you're international and you're willing to pay the shipping charges, because they get high, like a minimum of $25, even just shipping to Canada. So yeah, if you are international and you're willing to pay for the shipping for something, okay, that's fine. But if you're in the continental United States, I will pick up the shipping costs. So just keep that in mind. Focus, please. Leo is not allowed. Hey, Leo. Yeah, well, Leo won a shirt during the last giveaway, and Leo's in Brazil. And Leo, how long did it take? How long did it take for that shirt to get to you? 2 months, maybe longer. It was ridiculous. You know, shipping to certain areas. I mean, shipping overseas is a crapshoot, and it's even worse now post COVID. I have no idea how long it's going to take to get to you, unfortunately. You know, sometimes I'll send something to somebody overseas, and they're like, "Hey, man, it's been 3 weeks. It's been a month, and I don't have any information. Can you check on it for me?" Thinking that like somehow I have more information than they do. Yeah, guess what? I have the same tracking information that you do. I don't get special dispensation as far as getting the inside scoop on where something is. I have as little information as you do, unfortunately. So it does get frustrating. For you and for me. Autofocus is focusing on the windscreen. Okay. Really? Looks pretty clean to me. I think it might be the lighting that I have. I don't know if I should put overhead lighting on. Right now I'm only lit by, I have one of those halo lights. That's the only thing that I am lighting my space with right now, and that might be part of the issue. We'll see how it is. Right now I look okay, don't I? I think so. Yeah, I think I look okay. Oh, well, okay. I just let me scroll up here. I did mention Senator Perry chipped in with a $2.02 super chat right off the bat. I appreciate that very much. And I saw that Larry is here. Larry from the Los Angeles area. What is it? Here's that spot. I got this weird spot on my chin there. I'm not sure if I cut myself or what I did. I have no idea. I had these mystery injuries that just happened to me. I don't really remember how they happened. I think it's just another byproduct of getting old. Cynthia's here. Said hi to her. Chase 76. Hey. Leo, of course. David Mitchell from Scotland. I appreciate you hanging in there, because I know if it's 8:30 here Eastern Standard Time, that means it's early in the morning, right? In Scotland, I would imagine. So that's no good. Well, it's good if you can stay up that late. I know that I'm not good at staying up that late. So Leo said that it took 5 weeks for the shirt to get to him. 5 weeks. Wow. Yeah. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought it might have been closer to 2 months. Oh, and you got a shirt from Mickey that took 6 weeks. Okay. Cliff is here. Cliff Woods. I bought a $40 seat cover in Thailand. Shipping was $30. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, the shipping costs are just insane. But that being said, I've shipped a bunch of stands to I wonder if it's better if I put the camera over here. I don't know. Is that better? And of course, then you get the windscreen right in your face. But then I'm looking more towards the camera. You guys tell me how that is. I don't know. I can move that a little bit. We'll see. Move that over. Focus. Okay. Tell me how that is. Oh, Marty's here. Mr. New Monster Pro owner, Marty. I saw your video, as you know, a couple hours ago. Congrats, man! Because I thought that you didn't think it was going to get there as soon as it did. Marty. So, Marty, do you feel like chatting? Or you just want to be a spectator? Because you know how easy it is for me to add you, but I also know that you like to be very prepared for your public appearances. So, up to you. But I'd be happy to have you in here for a little bit. Cynthia says it's called bokeh. I don't know what bokeh is. Camera's still trying to focus on. Okay, so I'm seeing the stream that you guys are seeing right now. All right, I'm going to move the windscreen off. Okay. I'm not close enough that I really need a windscreen anyway. So the windscreen typically is to keep you from popping your peas, but since I'm not eating the microphone right now, it's probably not necessary. Marty said he commented on Facebook. Okay, did you? I don't know. Let's see here. Marty commented on Facebook. Let's see what Marty commented. Okay, I've read Marty's comment. Let's sample this as there. Hi, Duff. Hey. Okay, Marty, I got your comment. I'm going to do that. And then we're going to, in Facebook, I will just give you the information that you need. And if you, unless you want to email, but I just sent it in Instant Messenger on Facebook. Electric Unicycle. Good day, Duff. Hey, I don't think I remember you from my live streams. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So how's everybody doing? I'm doing okay. You know, despite all of the drama that's been going on, you know, in the last couple of weeks, I'm still hanging in there, and hopefully everybody else is doing well as well. Mad Bevo. Well, yeah, there's some new names in here. Mad Bevo just got off work. Wow. All right, I was just saying a few minutes ago, I did not have to work today. I pulled a Marty. I did not work today. And it must be nice. So I don't know if you guys saw Marty got his Monster Pro. If you watched his video, sitting on a nice, I appreciate the EUC Army stand plug. Marty, the Monster Pro looks good on there. It looks like it supports it well, despite it weighing 90 pounds. Okay, we're going to try to get Marty in here. I see him pop in here. He's probably doing his hair. Yeah, I don't have that problem. So I do not have the problem. All right, so we got a good amount of people in here. Let's see, we got almost 30 people. Okay, cool. I want to start off and give something away early. I don't want to make people wait forever. And I have probably 10 things to give away. So first thing I'm going to give away is one of these EUC Army t-shirts. This is a large. Now, we have established a system for doing this that works pretty well. Again, preferably if you're in the United States, you participate in this. If you're outside the United States and you win this, then the shipping is on you. So just keep that in mind, okay? What we do is I put in chat, I say voting begins now, and you enter a number from 1 to 100, and you do it one time, okay? We've had people that didn't grasp that concept, and they put the number in multiple times. There's Marty. Holy crap! Whoa! I don't know. I can see you, Marty, staring at me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I sure can. I hear you so well. I'm going to turn down my volume.
I mean, it actually works this time.
Yeah. Well, aren't you glad? Well, that's true. You're in the workshop, so we probably won't have the dropout problems that we've had. Was that Cindy? I'm turning it down. Okay, I'm turning it down. Cindy's in another room. She said, "Oh my God, like Marty's like the voice of God."
I added a new additional mesh network in the workshop, so now I got good connectivity.
That's beautiful. Okay, all right, guys. I'm going to give away one of my shirts here, Marty. It's a large EUC Army shirt, and I'm going to say voting starts now. Or not? Well, yeah. I guess, is it voting? I don't know. Whatever. Enter your number now from 1 to 100. I leave it open for a couple minutes, and then whoever is closest to the random number generator, which I need to pull up. Hold on. Random number generator. And Marty, I thought you would be out like riding your Monster Pro nonstop. I mean, can't believe that you're actually available. It's great.
I know I got a lot of stuff going on, but no, I've ridden the Monster Pro about I don't know, maybe a couple blocks.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You filmed that video on the 21st.
I know, but like I said, stuff's going on. I did other rides since then, and remember, it's not a new wheel to me. I've already ridden it for about 800 miles. So you know, but I'm setting it up. I just put the position of power pads on, which I like. These new power pads.
So they give you a set of those shitty pads, but they also give you like kind of power pads now for some reason.
Well, I can't say. It's hard to say what everyone gets. I bought this from a private dealer. You got to be in the know. You got to be in the know to.
This wasn't through Yuko.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And so I'm not sure how he placed the order. I suspect he added the seat and these power pads and the mud guard. The mud guard sucks. Typical Gotway.
Is it another screw-in mud guard?
No, it's a snap-in one, but it snaps in so horribly that after a couple bumps, it'll probably just fall off. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Sounds like another well-engineered Gotway product. That's great.
Oh yeah.
And I saw you were a little disappointed that you didn't have the black system board. You know, supposedly the fixed system board.
Yeah, I will be getting that when they're released, but there's a long queue. Everyone's kind of waiting for these boards because there's a lot of these Monster Pros, and I don't know, but I've been getting the impression that this new mother control board that they're making is generic, and that it's going to work with like many of their different wheels. I'm not positive about that.
So they just pop different firmware in it, and
yeah, but of course if that's true, then it's not going to fit in any of their existing wheels.
True. Yeah. Wow.
But that wouldn't surprise me that Gotway would do that. They'd say, "Oh, you want the new control board? Here it is," and then it won't fit in my one Monster Pro, or I'll have to drill holes or God knows what.
Yeah, that's no problem. You can handle it. Okay, so all right, so we got all of our voting in here. Let me bring up my max my number generator here. Share screen, Chrome tab, no, window. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna share that for a second. Minimum 1, maximum 100, and we're gonna generate our number. Our number is 32. Awesome. So let's hide that for now. So we're looking for closest to 32. Katie's here. Hey, Katie, what's up? Chase is at 41. That's kind of close. Leo is at 25. That's closer. Oh, Electric Unicycle 31. I believe you are the winner. Yes, Electric Unicycle, you are the winner of the large shirt. So basically the way this works is all you need to do is send an email to duff@eucarmy.com. Say, hey, I won the large shirt, the large EUC Army shirt, and I will, I'm writing down your name, and then I will get it out to you. So yeah, super easy. Okay, cool.
You want a Monster Pro tip?
Yeah, sure.
Tip of the week.
Okay.
So today I'm setting it up, and I just put slime in it, and again, they're Gotway's attention to the details. It's really everyone really appreciates it. the valve stem is high, and they actually include a 90-degree adapter. You know, that you can put in the valve stem so you can get a regular pump into it. But even that's tricky to attach. But to remove the valve core, you remember to do that now, right?
Yeah, now I do. Yes.
So you remove the valve core. All my valve core remover tools wouldn't work. I have a little one, and there's not enough distance between the top of the valve and the rim.
You can't get it in?
Well, I couldn't with what I had, but the tip of the week is can you see this? My slime?
Yeah.
So this is the smallest little core remover you can have. But again, they positioned the valve close to one of the spokes. So, I don't know if you can see, this has two little tabs on it.
Yeah, I see it.
They, with those tabs, you can't turn it because it hits the spoke.
Oh, wow.
So the tip of the week, if you want to put slime in, you're going to have to use this, and then you're going to have to file these tabs off.
Oh, my God.
And then you can just barely get it in there to loosen it up.
Wow. That's crazy, because I would assume with the Monster Pro, the wheel is so big that you would have a shitload of space to get
yeah,
to.
I know. You would kind of think that.
Oh, wow.
But, they use a straight valve. That's the difference. Every other wheel you have doesn't use a straight valve.
Right.
And,
I wonder why they went with that decision to go with the straight one. Because usually they're like 45s, you know.
Yeah, but I have a feeling there aren't any. Because remember, this is a 24-inch tire. There might not be any tubes that actually have bent valves.
That's funny.
I mean, it works, obviously, but it's just less than ideal. And so.
Well, that's a good tip. I'll let me make a note of that when I never get my Monster Pro. There we go. I just have no need for it. I mean, the Sherman fills that need for me, more than I even need. So,
do you even have a need for a Sherman? I mean, if you're talking needs.
Well, as far as road cruising goes, yeah, because it's the best road cruising wheel I have, and it gives me more of a ceiling. I like being able to, sometimes I'm getting more and more comfortable riding 30 miles an hour or low 30s, and Sherman's the only wheel that I would feel comfortable doing that with. So,
well, the Monster Pro is the best cruising wheel made. Trust me, it's much more comfortable than the Sherman. It's a 24-inch. It's a good solid 4 inches larger in diameter than the Sherman, and
So it feels smoother as far as like when you're cruising. It feels more planted than the Sherman, because the Sherman feels incredibly planted to me because of its weight.
I know, but the Monster Pro weighs 14 pounds more. It's bigger, taller.
I guess physics too. You have a bigger wheel, so you have more centrifugal force. It's gonna keep it locked in more, and it makes sense.
You had a Monster.
I did.
You kind of know, and this is just a Monster on steroids. Trust me, it's it's the most comfortable road cruising wheel you can get. The only thing is, as I said in my video, you're playing Russian roulette with 3 bullets in the gun. So
I keep thinking about Cobra.
But I know a lot of people who have these, and I rode one for 800 miles. I know. So I'm obviously taking a risk, but I still feel fairly comfortable.
Well, you're geared up all the time now, so
yeah.
So let's see. Let's sample this. The Sherman is safer than a Monster Pro. Well, maybe, as long as you don't get one of those brittle rims that they've been sending out. I mean, you've seen all that, right?
I don't buy it.
You don't think they're brittle?
Nope. No.
What do you think? People are just doing too much abuse on the rim.
Yep.
Well, that
You
is
know,
that is true
I
too. Yeah.
I see you you wouldn't you wouldn't believe the stuff well, you probably would, but the stuff I personally see guys doing to the wheels are amazing. I know a guy who actually has bent four, no, he's on his fourth Sherman rim. And he will freely admit to you that he abuses the hell out of the wheel. And he's not going to blame if you see what people are doing, people are jumping, people are really totally abusing their wheels, and it's amazing to me that the fact that the wheels actually still function is a testament to how durable these crappy Chinese wheels are. They're still incredibly durable, and I believe I just don't buy people disagree with me, but I don't buy the fact that supposedly they're using cheaper metal or inferior design. I just think people in the last year or two, the growth in this community and what people are doing, I'm sure you're probably seeing in your feeds, people doing jumps now, jumping huge distances. I know some of these guys.
Oh, Mike Leahy.
Mike guy's incredible, and he's teaching other people how to do it, and I'm watching the people do it, and that puts an amazing amount of stress on these wheels that they weren't designed for it. So that's my take.
Yeah. Well, I guess the only thing that does seem legitimate is and because I know Jason even mentioned this to me, that there were a shipment of them that came out that they were screwed up from the get go. Like with the wide rim upgrade, you pulled them out and like there was cracks in the spokes and there was like obvious visual flaws on the rim. Like there were definitely some that were screwed up.
Well, yeah, okay, can't argue with that.
Yeah, I don't know how many, but there were some for sure. But mine's been good. Knock on wood. But I'm not going to be jumping it either. So, so Electric Unicycle says, Marty, do you have any concerns with the control board being right next to the battery? Has a cover? I saw in your video, it has that plastic cover, but will that be effective enough?
Yes, we have direct evidence that's effective, and but as I pointed out, it increases the temperature of the control board, and it makes them more prone to overheating. So what I actually decided this a few days ago. I think actually when I get off this, I'm going to place an order on Amazon. So I'm going to remove that black cover, so I get more heat dissipation. But I'm going to protect the battery, just the two batteries on that side of the wheel, with a sheet of 1/32 inch thick silicone, and you can buy these sheets. You can buy in different thicknesses, but I figure 1/32 of an inch won't cause an issue with putting the side panel back on. So I'm going to place it on top of the batteries below the control board, and of course silicone is good to like 600 degrees, or I mean it's because when a control board goes. And they don't always go up in flames, by the way, but they can. It's I think it's the capacitors primarily that go up in flames. And it's not like they're going to burn for an hour. They just burn for 30 seconds maybe, or something like that, where there might be some flame. So that's my plan. I'm going to use a sheet of silicone to protect the battery.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So with it, the way that the wheel comes with that black casing on top of the system board, how is any airflow directed over the MOSFETs with that configuration? Is the fan still going across the MOSFETs to cool them?
In my video, you can see me lifting up the box. Well, right in front of the box is the fan, and then the fan feeds into another kind of a 3D printed something that they have that funnels the air.
Like a duct of some sort.
Yeah, below the control board to the heatsink area.
Okay. Yeah, well, I saw the fan sitting there, but I could not tell how it actually was going to get air across it. Let's sample this. Hey, Marty, quick tip. Please don't ride that Monster Pro near traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, Marty throws caution to the wind. Don't worry about that. Someone says that these rims should be as durable as motorcycle rims. Well, I don't know. I don't. Most motorcycles don't get abused like some of these EUCs do.
Yeah, you tell me what people expect too much from our wheels. What motorcycle can survive a crash where even if it slides out on a turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got to believe a motorcycle gets some pretty heavy damage from that. And then we're riding one wheel. All the weight is on one tire, one rim. It's not distributed across two tires like a bicycle or a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. And the tires are bigger, so you have more.
Yeah,
you have more cushion around it. So like this guy that bent 4 rims, like he never like tried more air pressure to stop bending rims. He just doesn't care if he bends his rims.
Well, he's only bent 3. He's on his 4th.
Oh, okay. He's on. Okay, that's good.
But no, you see him ride. He loves riding UCs, and he loves the dirt riding on the trails and doing just wild stuff. And he's having a blast. He's living life, and yeah. So he's okay with.
If he's okay with it, I guess who cares? I guess.
Exactly. If you want to baby your wheel, keep it pristine and make it look like it's your car, you probably shouldn't ride it much.
Probably
I don't know.
The Turbinator says, speaking of control boards, I have problems turning off my Monster Pro at times. Marty, have you experienced this?
Well, I've only had mine for a few days. I've only turned it on probably like 3 or 4 times. But on the other one I had for a few months. No.
Have you heard of that problem with any of them?
No.
I had not heard of that.
I haven't heard that with anyone. If that's an issue, I'd suspect it's the button.
It could be.
That's what I would guess.
And during your video today, it was the first that I heard about the brake light only working if you rode the wheel in reverse. It was like wired backwards, basically. No,
it's like I say, it has been documented. I don't blame you not watching every single video I've made, but come on, Beth.
I'm not retired. I don't have time to do that.
But and like I said in the video, we first noted it with the Yuko Monster Pro. When I went down to pick it up, we got an updated control board, installed it, and that's where I noticed that, hey, it's not wired wrong. It's the firmware is not right.
Oh, okay.
Good old Gotway quality control, where I just had these images in my mind of a Gotway software guy hacking away at the computer. Let's change this and then let's ship it.
We'll test it.
Yeah, a lot of my career was in software development and industrial applications, and clearly they don't follow any software practices. They don't have any kind of software testing routines where, before we ship it to the customer, let's put it through some qualification testing to make sure that it does all this functions properly, right?
It's funny you mentioned that, because before you got on, I started the live stream with the video I did about you on the M Super Plus, where it had the oscillation problem when you hit a bump.
Yeah.
That's another perfect example.
That was 4.5 years ago. Yeah. They haven't changed.
No, they haven't. Not at all.
And I don't think this is. I'm pretty sure this is not the only example, but this is the most current example. And so they knew about this. I know this was fed back to Gotway in February, and my wheel was QC stamped,
April,
which is meaningless in April, right? So they haven't made any changes. It would not surprise me when I get the black control board if it's still broken. It wouldn't surprise me. I hope it's not, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I mean, at least you have realistic expectations, so you're not disappointed because you expect it. So
Yeah, and I never look at the brake light. I mean,
true.
and people are a lot of people are, well, I don't know about a lot, but I see people comment that how critical it is to have brake lights and have turn signals. And do you honestly believe people in cars pay attention to or know what the hell the lights are
Oh no,
happening on our wheels?
no, not at all.
If anything, they're looking at our wheel and us and think, what the hell is that? They're not looking at,
they're gawking
that light just turned a little brighter. That means they're braking or something.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Yeah. You mentioned Yucca. Someone asked earlier in the chat, and I forgot to mention it. Have you heard updates on what their situation is since the fire?
No, but I just got a message from Rose, who's the owner of Yucca, and she's coming up to LA on Sunday. Damn it, she wants her EXN back.
No. How long have you had that?
A couple months, I think.
Nice.
But I'm trying to foil her plan because I'm going to try and buy it from her because I really like the wheel. But if not, I will give it back to her. But she was coming up Sunday. I don't think I'm going to be able to, since I have a ride planned for Sunday, a mountain ride. So if nothing else, I'll probably drive down to San Diego next week and return it. And yeah, so I'll talk to her, see what's all going on then. And then she offered me the V12. So of course I'm going to take that.
Oh, wow. Nice. Well, yeah, you'll get your V12 before I will then. I have my production V12 supposedly, it's supposed to maybe land in mid-July. So that means maybe I'll have it by late July, maybe, who knows. So, and I did ping Jason about, hey, what about that demo V12 that's bouncing around, but I haven't heard anything solid as far as where I'm at on that list, unfortunately.
Yeah. Have you seen Chooch doing all kinds of videos on it?
I did, but to be quite honest, I've kind of burned out on Chooch a little bit.
No, but
I know he's done. He got it from Jimmy, I guess.
He got it where?
He got it from Jimmy. Jimmy Chang had it because that's the eWheels demo.
So that's what I was going to ask. Okay, I was going to ask you. I haven't heard anything from Jason. So once again, Yuko's probably going to give me the V12. I've talked to Jason, but he knows. It's just, hey, whoever gives me a wheel first, I'm going to take it. And Yuko's been giving me these wheels for months to use, right?
Without like I need it back, in 6 days or whatever,
So I think it was you. I commented it right in our chat saying, I'd probably decline an offer from Jason if he says, you can have it for a week. Right. Because I know I'm pretty confident I can get one for a month or two. So I don't, even though I'm retired, I don't need the time pressure to do some quick.
Well, I mean, you've seen some of the hoops I've gone through in the past on this demo circuit. Like I remember I got the Z10 for like 3 days, and I basically stayed up around the clock, riding and editing videos because of that strict deadline because I had to get to New York City or whatever. So
I remember that. I think you were a little insane for taking vacation and all kinds of.
It's not the last time I've been called a little insane. So
so Chooch, I think it's funny. I just wanted to comment. I've been seeing he's putting out these videos and I feel I wonder if he knows that maybe everyone's kind of getting tired of this, at least this is my sense, right? Every video says half e-bike, all these,
there's such a thing as going to a well too often, beating a dead horse. There's lots of descriptions I could have for that. But there's not a whole lot of variety going on there, but he's numbers wise, he's doing great. So I guess until the numbers don't reflect that, he'll probably continue to do it. Would be my expectation.
Yeah, if it works for him, but I also, I
He's
don't
a
know,
kid.
somehow,
I mean, he's a kid. So.
yeah, somehow it came across disingenuous how too enthusiastic he was about that V12. Look, I've ridden a V12.
Mhm.
You know, I've actually ridden one first.
Yeah,
I
remember
mean, yeah, so I do know something about it, and it's not, it's not the end all be all of all wheels. It's a nice wheel and everything, but I'll enjoy testing it. But bottom line is it's a 16-inch wheel. I think 16-inch wheels are. I like to use the term they're dead. I mean, yeah, they have a place, but 18-inch wheels and above are just they're more stable. I believe they're safer. Because of the mass, the bigger tire. Because no matter how well you plan things, when you're riding, every once in a while you hit something you're not expecting, and on that tire, that wheel, size wheel, it's not going to survive as well as a bigger wheel. And I'd say the same thing about the Nikola. I still have the Nikola, and I love it and everything, but again, Nikola 2018. The wheels where it's at are the 18-inch wheels and above.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm expecting to like the V12, but what you're saying is definitely true. That the bigger the wheel, the more stable and longer range, typically bigger battery you're going to have. Even though the V12 does have almost an 1800 watt-hour battery, so that is nice.
Yeah. I forgot you're getting it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rain on your parade.
Yeah, I feel like shit. I hate it. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. And I like all the tech in it, because I'm a geek anyway. So I like all the tech. I like the screen. I like these pedals.
No,
I like
it looks cool. Then I can see having a lot of fun with that wheel, like at night, because it's got a lot of cool lights.
Yeah.
Like my Tesla. The Tesla is a really fun wheel to ride around town.
Oh yeah,
for places at night with the ring lights and stuff. Yeah.
I like the real stiff rubber nose piece on it too. I think that's a real good idea. If it does go down and the nose hits first, you got something that can actually absorb instead of shatter. I think that's a pretty damn good idea. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm
definitely not saying it's a bad wheel. I'm just putting in perspective of other wheels. And my original comment was how Chooch is selling it like this is the greatest wheel made. And
that's my general feeling about most of his videos when he's talking about wheels is whatever wheel he's talking about is the greatest wheel made. That's the impression I come away with almost every wheel that he has given. So that's why it just it gets repetitive and just I don't know. It's not for me.
And you won't hear me. I mean, obviously, I'm enthusiastic about my wheels. I love the Monster Pro that I just got. You won't see me saying the Monster Pro is the greatest wheel made, and it's for everyone. And
right.
I'm saying the Sherman is the greatest wheel, and I'll defend that.
Yep. Yeah. No, I get it. This is something I want to ask you about because I've seen some pictures and some specs for the Evo that like the guy that's like basically hand fabricating EUCs. Have you've seen the pictures of it? It's kind of like a retro steampunk kind of look. At least the prior ones were
pictures.
Yeah. I mean, do you think there's any chance of actually becoming a real product, or because I was very skeptical?
I have my doubts. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, proof it, show it to me, right? That'll be proof. But
although that was my feeling about the Sherman too at first. I thought that was never going to happen at first. So
really,
I was very skeptical that was going to actually scale and be available. So, I was definitely wrong.
But I wish him the best luck, and the competition is great, and it'd be fantastic to have another company like Veteran with a Sherman, to have another company with a winning wheel. Fantastic. But I know nothing about what's going on though. So all I know is there's pictures, kind of retro. I don't know.
I mean, the specs sounded nice and everything, but it didn't excite me or anything. But I think it would be amazing if you could actually have a wheel that was made in the United States actually be feasible. You know, I don't know. Be amazing.
Yeah, you think wheels are getting expensive now? Just wait till.
Oh God.
I honestly, I can't see him being able to compete and make money to have a profitable business making in the United States. You got to be realistic.
Mhm.
I mean, the price of the wheels right now is just insane in my mind. I mean, you
Oh my
remember
God.
what prices were like when we were getting into it, which seemed kind of pricey but doable. But wow,
$1,200. $1,200 for our M Supers. Now that was top of the chain. $1,200,
right.
and like now that's nothing.
I know.
And it wasn't that long ago.
To spend now, I feel for people to spend. I'll be upfront. I get good prices on wheels, right?
Mhm.
And if I had to pay list price for wheels, would I really want to spend approaching 4,000 for a Monster Pro?
I could never justify it. Never.
No,
Mhm.
no, it's
Nope.
tough. It's yeah.
So Leo asks Marty if you could have one, the Veteran, the Sherman, the Monster Pro, or the EXN, which would be. I mean, I know this isn't your reality, but to say, hey Marty, you can only have one of these three wheels. Which one are you going to take?
Oh, the Sherman, absolutely.
I figured that's what was your answer.
It's the best. I just think it's the best general purpose wheel. It's just, man, it ticks all the boxes. It's agile. It's fast for people who want to go fast. That tire, the enduro tire, is so great. The distance. I just did a 98-mile ride in the mountains where I climbed over 10,000 feet. Did that on the Sherman.
Wow.
It's just the Monster Pro. The EXN is actually a competitor to the Veteran, but it just doesn't have the range, which is a killer for me. And then
And it runs hot.
And it runs hot, yeah. And the Monster Pro that's a niche wheel. It's just I don't even though I've taken it to the store, I don't want to make a habit of doing that with it.
I remember that video when you were taking the Monster Pro under a trail or something, and you were like you had to push it up the hill, and you were like dying. Remember?
Oh, that one, yeah, that one too.
Oh my God,
yeah.
that was painful to watch. Oh my God,
it's horrible. Yeah. I don't want to take. I have no intentions in taking mine on anything but flattish trails. If there's any opportunity for me to push it, there's another video which I haven't published yet, but where another rider was riding an EXN. He had an EX, and he was having issues climbing. We were climbing these super steep hills, and he had to push it, and it was just like my experience with the Monster Pro. Kind of, because the EX is a really heavy wheel, and have you ridden an Have you ridden an EX or EX? Okay.
Nope.
Well, if you ever get the opportunity,
well, they have that terrible trolley handle.
The trolley handle is the worst trolley handle built on the planet ever made. Yeah. Horrible, because
it is.
It's kind of okay on a perfectly flat surface, but it's a stick with a knob on the top. It's
like a credit. It's like a credit card, basically, on the top.
Yeah. So you have no leverage to twist and turn when you're turning the thing. And okay, if you're trying to twist and turn a 35-pound wheel, okay. But how about a 90-pound wheel?
Yeah.
No, it's horrible. And then to go up a hill, if you ever see this video, you'll see them trying it. It's just absolutely horrible design. It's basically a non-functional trolley handle in any tough situations where you actually need to have a trolley handle, but you can't use it because of the crappy design.
Yeah. Well, we used to think that the M Super trolley handle was bad, but I mean, compared to this, I mean, it's
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
No, it is a terrible design. Matt Bevo asks, did Duff say he's getting a V12? Yes, I am. I have the order in. Supposedly, I'm going to be, whatever I think it's the first boat of V12s. I believe, from what Jason told me, of production V12s.
I bet you're going to get it in September.
That would be unfortunate and disappointing.
let's see if,
I better get the demo wheel before then, if that's the case.
Let's see if I'm right. So I'll predict you won't get it until after September 1st.
No.
And, just based on Inmotion's history of having difficulties getting wheels shipped.
Well,
right?
Supposedly this boat has left port. It's on the boat. Well, no, it wouldn't take that long, though, would it? Though it wouldn't take that long. It wouldn't be mid-July for the boat to cross.
No, they take typically 2 weeks to cross. It takes about a week to get through customs. And
yeah, whatever.
So, well, set your expectations for September, and then you'll be really happy when it comes in July.
Well, because you didn't expect to get your Monster Pro this early, right? You thought it was going to be longer.
No. It was 2.5 months. I was expecting maybe 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
But I had my expectations set pretty low because, for one thing, I already rode one for 800 miles, so it's not like I was itching. Oh, I can't wait to get this new wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And I had other wheels.
You have other wheels, yes.
If I get the V12, I'm going to be riding that a lot, and I won't be riding any of my other wheels.
Right.
That's what happens.
Someone just said, when you get the V12, range test to Long Beach and Overheat Hill. Now, I wanted to mention that because I don't know. Have you seen KingSong Jack's videos, what he's been doing lately?
No.
Oh, you haven't? His new thing is there's a very steep, grassy bank over in China, wherever he is. And his new thing is to try to blow up wheels. And he's blown up a Sherman. He blew up did he blow up an EXN? He blew up a V12. And what was the other wheel he blew up? He blew up like 4 wheels. He burned them up, going up this hill. It's super steep. Jack's not a light guy, and He keeps going up and up. But the funny thing is the one wheel that he was able to go, I think he went up the hill 10 times, was the 16X. He was trying to burn that wheel out, and he couldn't. He got tired. He got tired of going up. So, but yeah, that's the thing now.
Yeah, 16X is a great wheel, and the S18. I'll say it again. The S18 is the coolest running wheel I've ever ridden in all my years of riding. It continues to just press the hell out of me, and there's no fan. Doesn't have a fan.
Right. Well, the Inmotion, the V11 and the V12 don't either, I don't believe.
But they overheat.
Yeah. Well, mentioning the hill and the V12, I'm expecting the same thing to happen because it has, as far as I know, it has the same small MOSFETs on the V12 that the V11 does. So, although it supposedly has a much bigger heat sink, supposedly, so maybe it won't be as bad, but I'd be surprised if it makes it.
You've seen pictures of the S18 heat sink? It's huge.
Yeah.
That's what does it. So yeah.
Well, the V12 supposedly has something much bigger than the V11 as far as the heatsink goes. So.
Well, when I get it, I will be testing it. I'll do my 5,000 foot climb with it. See how it performs with heat there. I will take it over the hill. Yeah.
Good. I look forward to it. I just wish I had one to test as well. All right, I'm way behind in comments, guys. I'm just. Well, you know what? I actually need to give something else away here because I got a long list of things here. All right, we have the shirt I am wearing. I don't even know if you can see it. Let's hide that. How do I hide that? Let's do this. Hide. Okay. One of my No Skill Zombie Rider shirts. I know Marty's not a fan of that because he thinks it's degrading. I think it's ironic. I like being sarcastic. That's why I've grasped onto the No Skill Zombie Rider moniker.
Yeah, you'll never see me wearing one.
I know you won't.
Sorry. Sorry.
I understand. Sorry. Larry loves it though. Larry was here earlier, by the way. All right. So, what size did I say this is? Oh, this is a medium. Okay. Okay, guys. So we have a few more people in than we did before. So basically, preferably you're in the United States. If you're in the United States, I will ship this to you for free. If you're overseas, you have to be willing to pay for the shipping because it gets expensive, believe it or not, shipping overseas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in the chat, I'm going to say voting starts now. You put in a number from 1 to 100, and then I wait a few minutes, and then whoever is closest, I will generate a random number. Whoever is closest will get the shirt. So vote now.
Hey, can I show you something after
Sure. Go ahead.
while people were voting?
Well, are you giving something away?
What?
Okay. I said, are you going to give something away?
No.
Okay. No. Okay. Show me.
Let's see.
It's not your Defiant shirt, is it?
No.
I love that shirt.
Let's see.
I'm scared.
No, it's just my wheel collection.
Why is it?
Right
Why does
now.
it look orange? That's weird. It must be the camera. The Sherman looks orange instead of red.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it's a camera. Yeah.
It looks very orange.
But what I wanted to, sorry about this. Gotta pull this back. I know this is great video here.
Yeah, it
You
is.
see the Monster Pro?
Yeah. I see
This-
the power pads.
This is a testament to your stands. People say your stands aren't strong, right?
Right.
This is 91 pounds,
Wow.
and
That's
this is where
amazing.
I've been storing it. So,
Yeah, nice. I appreciate the plug.
so get Duff stands are tough, built tough.
Yeah. Hey, well, I heard somewhere some moron like actually stood on the stands, you know, like a dipshit for some reason. So they are strong enough as long as you put stuff on there correctly.
Yeah, just exactly.
Yep.
So there you go. I used up some time for you, so now you can pick the winner.
Yeah. And Larry's still on here. I see. All right. So we got some. We're gonna give it a little bit more time here. Oh, Cynthia says so many wheels. What? You've never seen Marty's wheel collection before? Oh wow. Okay. EUC Vibes didn't know what NSZR stood for. For those of you that want the history of it, it's actually the mating of two negative terms that New York City riders came up with for. Actually, I think it was targeted at California riders, right? West Coast riders.
I think so.
And I think it was done by VT, the infamous VT, saying that they had. He would say that they had no skills, and that they were zombie riders. They were two separate things. And I put them together, and I wear it as a badge of honor that I'm a no-skill zombie rider. Even though I have mediocre skills, but I just think it's funny to put those things together. And Marty doesn't share my love of it, but I think it's funny.
I'll challenge any of those New York weenies to come out and ride with me on the mountains, and
That's true.
I'll show them I'll show them what it's like to really.
That is true. Oh, I liked your comment on the. I guess it was on my video talking about how going fast really isn't necessarily a skill activity. It's going fast, but it's not nearly as technical as some of the stuff you guys have to deal with doing trail riding, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, riding fast takes a certain level of skill, I guess, but it's mainly just a testament to your ability to do stupid things. And
You said it, not me.
Yeah, so
I get myself in enough trouble. So, all right. So we're gonna pull our random. Okay, we're gonna close the voting. Close voting now. Okay, so we're going to generate a new number, and that new number is 73. So I thought I saw someone in the 70s, and I thought it might have been Larry. Oh, no, okay. Sergio Del Rosa, 70. And, Diz Doze, 75. That's going to be hard to beat. 74. Oh, wow. Ottawa Wheeler EUC. Wow, I wonder if he's international. I think I've sent him stuff before, actually. Let's see, 70. Okay. All right, you are the winner. Ottawa Wheeler EUC. Nice. Okay, so that is the medium NSDR shirt. Wheeler. So basically, if you didn't hear me earlier, just email duff@ucarmy.com and tell me this is Otto Wheeler and I won this thing, and we will get it out to you. All right. So Yasha, okay. So you, that's right. You did see this. Someone mentioned Mickey's Icarus video. Wait, what did he? I just went by. Oh, Leo asked about it. How about Mickey's Icarus video stating he's leading the community? I don't know if you have thoughts about that, Marty, or not.
You want me to get out my little violin?
Sure.
Well, I don't know. I just think Mickey's melodramatic, and yeah, I don't know. It's like these people who go on. I'm sure we've all seen it, right, on forums or something. It says, "I'm leaving this forum because of whatever, you know. I'm never coming back." They're making a big announcement, and then and then 2 months later they pop back up or something. I don't know. It's just, if you're gonna leave, just leave. You don't have to talk about it. And I'm not convinced he's truly gone or anything. And
well, I mean, in there it depicted him, selling or getting rid of his Sherman, which
yeah, that looks staged to me. Did that look like it was a real?
No, no, but I mean, the biggest thing that I mean, because he gave this sincere sounding apology about stuff, and seemed emotional and stuff, and then there's
he's an actor. That's how
talented,
yeah.
But then you have the black screen for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I don't know how long it was, and then of course the ending is all this basically just kidding, and then sign off with being given the finger by all the New York City riders. So I thought it I don't know. It's not how I would have handled it. Let's put it that way. And
that's supposed. I've heard different thoughts on it, but I guess, but everyone giving the people looking at the video the finger, that's supposed to be enduring somehow, or make us, feel good, inside. It makes me feel good whenever someone gives me the finger. I get all warm inside. And
but are you being sarcastic? I'm not sure. Yeah, so, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, it's and if he's leaving, what does it have to? If let's say if it's true, why would he sell his Sherman? It just doesn't make sense. What he's giving up riding too? I mean, it was just Mickey makes great videos. Hey, I think he's
very talented.
Pound for pound, he puts out the best, highest quality videos. Regardless of what you might think of the content of the videos, they're very polished, and got to hand it to him for that. And, but
no one questions that at all. I think as far as the amount of time that he puts into a video, I don't know if there's anyone else in the ECU community that invests the amount of time that he does in polishing his videos, and he takes it very seriously, and I don't think anyone's ever questioned that. I think the biggest thing I question is why the second that anyone questions what went on with that event, why you're instantly the enemy. Why are you the enemy just because you want to discuss that and the impact that it has in the community? You get insulted and attacked immediately. You can't discuss it with the people that are that are hardcore supporters of that kind of behavior, and it's it's frustrating. It's frustrating for me that you can't just talk about it with them without getting attacked. And I got plenty of attacks just for making that video.
And he turned off the comments on that video too, which was really weird. I mean,
yeah, that was really weird. Well, maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It's
just based on the whole thing, the whole, Icarus, I'm a martyr, kind of theme of it. So
yeah. Well, obviously Mickey's getting a lot of sympathy from our side right now. Huh?
I'm sure. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, hopefully it works out. I talked to you a little bit about the whole Alley Cat scene and what went on there, and like I said, it's not anything new. I mean that they ride that way all the time, and they don't see a problem with it. But I just couldn't believe like if you're going to ride that way, it's one thing, but then to ride that way and to like put it on center stage and your highlight video is bearing down on a bunch of people in the crosswalk, and a little girl gets pulled out of the way,
Yeah.
just ready to fly through there. I don't understand why you would think that's something you want to bring attention to.
That was kind of obviously highlighted as that was a cool factor of the video. Though was that
was the sizzle reel. That was the sizzle reel.
So. Look, I have no issues with the crazy riding that they do in general. I know people do, but generally I don't. But I do have issues with like that crosswalk. That's just plain stupid. There's just no way. There's no way you can get around it. I'm cautious around it. There's just no way I would do that. When I'm riding past people coming up from behind, unless I get their attention, man, I'm approaching them like they're gonna make a hard turn to the right into me or something, and really cautious. And kids, man, way back in the learning days or early days, I remember I had an experience where I was riding on a kind of it was like a forest road or camping ground type of road, and there was a family, and there was, I can't remember the details, like maybe the father was on one side and the mother and the kid was on the other side, and the kid looked like 5, 6 or something like that. And I'm riding slowly. They're looking at me. The kid's looking at me. The last instant, he runs across, just like getting out of the way or something, but not doing what you
the wrong way, right?
Not doing what you would think adults would do. They would just stand their ground. But the kid, the last second, runs across. And from that day on, I realized, man, little kids can do anything. You have to assume that they will run right in front of you, even if they're looking at you.
Yeah. No, I agree. Larry mentioned that he says, I think that generally the New York crew sees no harm in the things that they say and do, but feel attacked when people call them out on it. I don't know if they feel attacked, but they attack if someone calls them out on it, and they generally are very dismissive and say, hey, if you don't live here, shut up. Basically, that's their catch-all response for any and all discussion on the subject, and I think that's not very helpful. Or it doesn't help anything. Now, Lewis here mentioned, and I think he mentioned this in comments he's made on my video, it's the part where threats were made, because, part of Mickey's video was, filling a chalkboard. I'd like to know how long it took him to write all those words on that chalkboard.
I know, this is well done.
Which were mostly obscenities and death threats. Supposedly he got death threats, and I heard that like some of the dealers got death threats or something. I don't know the specifics, and I certainly don't know if it's true or false. And if it's true, of course, that's unacceptable as well. Death threats are stupid and they're childish, and but
that seems strange. Why would people think death threats for? I don't know. That seems strange though.
Yeah, why you would go there? But supposedly that's what happened. But it does that part of it, threatening in any way either side is not cool, but it doesn't excuse the general behavior that seems to happen, where the New York City crew lashes out aggressively at anyone that tries to call out something that they're doing as not good, and it's always been the case. But I just think the way that this video depicted it was just over the top and egregious. And it's funny how Sean, Sean has gotten kind of a pass, even though he was a participant in the race. He was an active participant, but he didn't show it to the same degree as Mickey did. With the chest cameras on those three riders, and but I think he's kind of gotten a little bit of a pass where maybe he shouldn't get quite as big of a pass, because he obviously supported it and was right in the thick of things.
Unfortunately, I never saw the video. I don't know. I missed the.
Is Sean's pulled? Is Sean's video pulled too? I thought his was still up.
Well, I know. Okay. I haven't seen his, but I definitely haven't seen. All I saw was a promo video, okay. And then
Mickey posted that to Instagram, the quick thing, and then it went public, and then people lost their shit, and it got. I don't know if he just made it private or if YouTube pulled it down, because I know a bunch of people reported it. That reported it as, I don't know, being unsafe or not fit for YouTube or whatever. I think he probably just made it private, because I saw that some people actually downloaded the video, and I think Wednesday or Thursday, someone actually had posted it back up to the electricunicycles.org group on Facebook. The whole video was there. I haven't looked to see if it's still there, but it was there again. So I'm not sure if it was there to support the behavior or as a critical viewpoint on the behavior. I wasn't really sure. So yeah, it'd be interesting if you saw what you would think. Because obviously the kid thing was the worst stuff, but there's all kinds of just crazy shit. Running head on into traffic. Just missing bikers multiple times. It was crazy. It really was. Maybe I can ask Mickey if you want to see it that bad, Marty. I can have him send it to you.
No.
No. Okay.
Really.
That's probably good.
Yeah.
Probably a good move. All right. Now people are talking about this. Jeffrey says, "Is this the beginning of the end of the Wild West of EUCs?" Now, this is something that I wanted Paul, who is a normal commenter on my videos. He sent me something from a news story that he saw. Let's see. See if I can pull it up here. Share video file. And this was talking about shit. This was talking about electric scooters. And did you hear about the actress that got killed by someone in New York City that was on an electric scooter, Marty? I don't remember.
Yeah, vaguely. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was tied into that. And shit, how do I share that on here?
But until the masses start riding EUCs like people ride scooters, I just think EUCs are still going to always be under the radar.
Well, I'm just wondering if they could get lumped in. That's what I'm thinking, that it could just get lumped in with everything else. That's what I'm more concerned about.
Yeah, but I don't know. EUCs, they look and behave so much differently than a scooter. I just don't see cops.
Yeah, they go faster.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Let's see. Okay.
The only place I really see generally crazy riding is the New York City and some of the stuff in Russia.
Yeah. So de Blasio said, "I'm very troubled when people go against traffic and create danger for themselves and others. So we're going to keep refining how we regulate, how we enforce. But again, anytime we believe a particular company is not acting in a way that's safe for New Yorkers, we also maintain the option to shut them down." So now I think he's talking about, the scooter rental companies.
Right.
But that behavior, of course, sounds like what you see with the EUC riders as well. At the bottom, he said, New Yorkers have expressed concern that the town is going to see increasingly crowded streets, increasingly crowded bike lanes, various kinds of autos going autos being vehicles, going at various kinds of velocity, and it's going to be troublesome for pedestrians. So, I mean, that verbiage just sounded ominous to me, because I could see EUCs getting thrown in there, justifiably so or not. It would be an easy include.
But who cares? It's New York City. If that happens, then they've buried themselves. They've done it. Believe me, not anything that he does. The mayor of New York City is not going to reflect people in California or
see, my thought process is once the ball gets rolling, and I mentioned this in my video that I've seen with drones. I always refer back to drones because of what happened to me, but how people see this happening somewhere else, and if the slightest thing is local to them, it's a knee-jerk reaction. It's a lemming reaction. Okay, well, New York City is doing something about it. Or I read about this thing in New York City. Maybe we should be looking at this, more closely, and maybe we should be regulating this or banning things. So that's that. And I think Paul also sent me something in Albany that they restricted PEVs in Albany in some way. I'd have to pull it up again, but
that had to do with the train, I think.
Going on the train.
Bringing them on a particular type of a train.
Oh, really? I thought it was something. Okay, well,
I think that's a recollection I have. Look, I agree with you in principle, but in my mind, it still comes back to quantity of users, and UCs. You can't compare them to drone users. There's probably millions of drones now. Probably millions of scooters, I bet. UCs is still it's still so niche. I still bump into people every time I ride that's clearly they have never seen one before. Tell me who has never seen a drone or who has never seen a scooter. I just think UCs they're just too niche. I
don't know. I mean, to me, like today's society is so. It seems like it's so easy to get influenced by headlines and 10-second videos. That's what society is being fed constantly. Just read the headline and form your opinion based on this headline. And I'm just worried that something really terrible happens. Imagine if he hit that girl. Imagine if he hit that girl and that girl was seriously injured. I mean, you think there would be no repercussions for that kind of stuff happening?
I bet there would. Yeah, I bet there wouldn't be. I mean, locally there would be, but people would forget. It's not the scooter craze all over the place. You couldn't help but be just in your face. Scooters left on sidewalks, just all over the place. One EUC accident that happens, no matter how bad it is, it's yesterday's headline. It's my opinion, and yeah, people form opinions, but fortunately, legislatures don't act quite that fast.
Yeah, they can't move. They can't move that quickly. Of course, yeah, that's for sure. Is it still as bad out there with the scooter situation as it was with them just basically being thrown around like trash all over the place, or has that gotten cleaned up?
Yeah, no, I think it's gotten substantially cleaned up. It's mellowed out. Yeah,
because I saw like that famous pathway along the beach in Los Angeles. I don't even know what it's called. But didn't they ban like all electric vehicles on there or something like that? Like no scooters?
Yeah, but I still rode on it, and it's again, they don't dedicate police officers to patrol boardwalks continuously, but they definitely crack down on the scooters. Electric unicycles. I know someone who I remember him telling me he had no issues with cops that were patrolling the boardwalk for electric scooters, because again, it was electric scooters. People riding EUCs aren't viewed the same, particularly when they're wearing a helmet and they're wearing gear. It gives a different vibe that, hey, this person's, they're playing it safe. And every scooter rider I see pedestrian type rider I see, they got zero safety gear. It's clear that they're just pure amateurs that are using it to get from point A to point B, probably doing stupid stuff and unsafe. And
MSD in the chat says Marty is wrong. There are twice as many EUCs in my city as there were last year. They are going mainstream and spreading exponentially. Well, it certainly isn't everywhere. That isn't everywhere, but I mean, it is growing. It is. I mean, significant.
Yeah, it's grown a lot, but exponential. The curve is still the numbers are still pretty small. You know, if you can go from two riders to 4 riders, and wow, you've grown 100%, but you still only got 4 riders. I don't. What city he's in? I'm in Los Angeles, and we've got a huge increase in local riders. But I still, in all the riding I've done, I've only come across. Let's see, when driving my car, I only remember seeing once I saw someone riding an EUC in the distance. And my antennae are up to spot this type stuff, right? So they're still just rare. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I'm so used to certain situations just getting blown out of proportion quickly, just based on 1 or 2 incidents that are really egregious. Joe Shield 400 said that's the problem, that they may not target EUC specifically with new laws. They'll target PEVs in general, and that's my thinking as well. That EUCs will just get lumped in, because they're an electric powered vehicle. That has been my concern as well. Whether it's targeted scooters, there's the possibility that could be interpreted as any, personal electric vehicles are, at risk. I read a story last week about someone. It was in the EU, I believe, but he got his EUC impounded, and I can't remember how much it was to get it out. It was hundreds of dollars, I believe, to get it out of the impound. And I could just imagine that scenario. You're riding along, and some cop that just wants to be a prick says, "Hey, you're not allowed to ride this. I'm going to impound your wheel." I mean, I just can't imagine how I would feel if that sort of stuff started to happen, and then I would be paranoid about riding it anywhere, other than private property.
I'm going to be the contrarian. I just don't see it happening. And in this world where everything is going electric. It's getting shoved down our throat to go electric for everything. Buy electric cars. Obviously, electric scooters are very popular. They're going to ban electric scooter. Very select areas where it's been an issue in beach communities or something like that. But by and large, I can't see them banning this. People want it, and I
don't know. I hope you're right. But I don't know. I have always had this concern, and stuff like the Alley Cat and other stuff that it becomes so. There's such a Me Too mentality when it comes to posting crazy, dangerous riding, because it gets thumbs ups. I think it's a road to nowhere. That is. But
the only people who saw that video is still ultimately a tiny number of people. You could probably poll the country, and 99.999% of the population. I don't know what you're talking about.
What until one news outlet gets it. And then millions of people see it. That's the thing, and it hasn't really happened much. Although I do remember seeing someone out in the Bay Area on a news channel out there. They had video of a guy on an EUC riding over one of the bridges out there. I don't know if you remember that. Making a big deal out of it or whatever. And local authorities said they weren't very happy about that. But
these things just they come and go. It could be a news headline one day, and it's history. And a couple of days later, no one's going to remember. Only unless electric unicycles become like electric scooters, where everyone is riding them. And I don't think that will ever happen, just because of the learning curve on EUCs.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that for sure. So Lance Haynes, I don't know if he's in New York. He says that the mayor did say something. The next step is legislation. unless it's not even necessary. Technically, an electric bike is under 750 watts. A veteran Sherman is an illegal electric motorcycle. Is it? I don't know. Maybe by New York standards. I'm not sure. All right, here, let's change the subject. When is the 2021 Cali tour? Marty?
Yeah, I really gotta start publicizing it more. But as it's been, it was set in stone last year, but it's October 16th it starts. It's eight days long. It's only for people who are addicted to EUCs. It's for people who have the endurance to be able to ride 50 miles a day, long days, and it's only for people who have big, powerful wheels. Sherman's, EXs, Monster Pros. If you only got a 1600 watt hour wheel, that'll be marginal for some of the rides. And I make no apologies for it. My tours is geared for the hardcore enthusiast, and I expect hardcore enthusiasts to have the high-end top wheels.
Oh, I was gonna go, Marty, but then I heard that you weren't gonna allow me to control my remote control car while I was riding, and I'm like, oh, I'm out.
Yeah, I am.
Some of you might get that, some might not.
I am truly disappointed that you're not coming, but oh well. I'm
yeah,
hoping,
no, it's just reality of my physical condition. It would just I wouldn't be able to hang. It would destroy my lower body and my back, unfortunately. And I've been trying to get better.
You're such an awesome physical specimen compared to me. I find it just seems so hard to believe that you would think you couldn't handle it.
No, it's if anything, it's the back more than anything. And I mean, you know how debilitating a back injury can be. It affects everything. And it just because it would cost me a lot of money to do that, and to come out there and then tap out after day one, that would be very, very disappointing for me. But someday I'll get out there. Maybe I'll just drive out there. We don't have to be, because all the people out there hate me now anyway. So I mean, it wouldn't be a good time. Yeah,
you'd probably have to wear a
disguise. Wear disguise. A voice changer. I saw. But no, I will get out to California to ride at some point.
I wonder if Ian, he sure sounded serious. Like him and Jonathan might come over.
Talk about spending some money. Imagine what that would cost them. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I don't know, living life experiences. It's a vacation. People. There's a Rune. He's a rider. He's coming out again to the tour, and he lives in Florida. I think southern Florida somewhere. There's people. Yeah, there's people all over the country coming. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's a week of riding EUCs in some incredible places.
I'm curious what sort of numbers you'll get, because didn't you have almost 100 people last year in total that participated?
Well, I had 90 registered. I think the actual reality was in the 70 plus, okay. And it will be interesting actually to see, just based on the growth in the number of people. I think it's going to be bigger. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me what you think about this. I really don't want to dwell on this that much, but I'm curious what you think about this statement here. To answer your question, Duff, a lot of the community dumped on one member, one of your brothers, who has always made professional content. The second he tries something different, you all turned on him. What do you think of that explanation or description?
Guess you'd have to know a lot. You'd have to know more in the background. Who is he talking about? And
he's talking about Mickey. He's talking about
specifically Mickey.
He's saying that this is the first time that Mickey's ever done anything like this. He tried something different, and everyone shit on it. And that's That is what was wrong with the situation, I guess. Is that we should have just said, well, Mickey, that wasn't good, but don't do it again, okay? Bad boy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm at a disadvantage because I didn't see the video, so I can understand what was in it, but I didn't see any of the fallout. Did you see actual fallout? Did you literally see all these nasty comments being made?
Oh, yeah.
And
Sure.
you did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was up for, I don't know, 4 days, 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, it was up for several days. Oh yeah, there's a lot of it. Yep.
I don't know. I don't
It
know. Maybe
it sounds like he thinks that Mickey deserves a pass, I guess, on that, because.
But Mickey's not a kid.
No.
Sound like he had thought about it for a while before putting this video up.
Well, he described it. That's the other thing that I think I mentioned in my videos is he described how he was sitting on this footage for a while and he thought about it for a while. He thought about what he was going to do, and that was the result. So.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks it does suck for Mickey. He's human, right? I feel bad for what happened, and don't wish that on anyone, but I guess it must come down to, I mean, I haven't created any videos that generate any vitriol like that, and I don't anticipate doing it. You could say he brought it on himself. I mean, he did publish the video, and I don't know.
I mean, my general feeling is actions have consequences, and if you're going to do something like that, you have to be prepared, for consequences. And to be quite honest, people have asked me in the comments, "Hey, Duff, why, you and Mickey are friends. Well, why didn't you talk to him?" As soon as I saw the full video, I said, "You should take it down." And he didn't. He did not agree with my my advice, and look what's happened. So. Because I know there's been some consensus, like, because, Mickey, I've hung out with Mickey, in person, and we've done stuff in person. People are like, "Oh man, I can't believe you do a video that was critical of what went on there." I'm like, I'm critical of the situation. I wasn't name calling Mickey, unlike a lot of the New York City crowd that was name calling me and others. I wasn't doing any name calling. I wasn't trying to disparage his character. I was talking about the situation and how I thought it was really poor judgment.
And you weren't doing this behind his back. He knows exactly what you think about this stuff.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not a surprise. Sure.
Yeah, and again, you're not calling him names. You're not. People watching this video right now. I'm sure there are some, but a lot of you guys probably just don't realize how a lot of the New York community lives in the gutter in terms of how they communicate. There's a maybe a lot of people know about Telegram. Now it's
right.
Commonly used. I use it. I have my Southern California. We have chats and groups, and there's a New York City Telegram group, a big, huge one.
Yep.
And you go in there and you feel like taking a shower when you leave. I mean. Really, the way they talk, the way it's just name calling and just horrible stuff. I mean,
it is bad.
I mean, I can live with it. It's not like I'm a prude or anything, but I rarely visit anymore. But every time I do, I shake my head. It's like a bunch of kids actually, but they're not kids, and they're it's a different mentality. And Mickey lives in that world a bit.
Yeah.
And if I published a video let's say if I published a video like that, I don't have a history of, Mickey has a history of living in a New York City community, right? Of that whole vibe going on. I don't. If I published that, I would, I imagine I wouldn't, but I imagine I would profusely apologize and everything like that, and I suspect I wouldn't be treated the same. I suspect Mickey was, through all these comments, abused because of the people know where he comes from and the background, and it's, so they're less likely. I'm guessing they were less willing to give him slack because of all that.
Well, I mean, I said how, a lot of the New York City crew that are into this circle were the ones lashing out. Mickey was part of that as well. He was being dismissive and insulting to these people that were commenting on his video as well. So it's not like he stood by and just didn't do anything. No, he was part of this. So again, that's another decision that actions have consequences.
All right. Yeah.
That's the way it works. That's the way I've always tried to kind of navigate my way through life. You can do whatever you want, but don't cry about the consequences if there are some, because that's going to happen, unfortunately.
Now we know Mickey's left the scene, so we probably don't need to talk about him much anymore, since he's gone anyway, right?
He's moved on. Yep, he's on his little Sherman, so he's moved on. Speaking of the Sherman, I have more giveaways. I need to give away more stuff, guys. All right, I have this. This is one of my full face headlight helmets. Isn't that a catchy name, Marty?
Yeah.
I sent you a picture of it. This is basically designed to slide over a stock Sherman headlight. It is made out of flexible but very durable TPU. This goes on front of the light, so it kind of gives it. I don't know if you've ever seen, Marty, a popular thing with Jeeps nowadays is they put this thing over the front of the Jeeps to make the headlights look angry. It kind of like gives eyelids to headlights on Jeeps. I don't know if it's
I haven't.
Thing, but yeah. So this a little bit has that effect. It kind of gives an expression to the lights, more or less. But anyways, I have some prototypes. The difference between this and the final version is this is a little thicker. So you might have to actually trim it a little bit, maybe, or you might be able to use it as is. But if you have a Sherman, I'm giving away two of these. I have a red one and a yellow one. So I'm going to do the red one first. And Marty, I did offer you one if you want one.
By the way, does that stand up to the headlight can get pretty hot?
It should, because it's on the fins, and this stuff melts at 220 degrees Celsius. So I would think that it will be okay, and it's flexible. Now, if it was the hard stuff, I would be worried, but with this flex stuff, I think it'll be fine. I have one on its way to Larry. He's going to be testing it. I'm going to be testing it on mine as well. So
I think have you made any in black or?
I can make them in black, yellow, blue, red, orange. There's 6 colors. Did I say 6? I don't know. Yeah.
I think, I'll talk later, but actually I think maybe what turned me off was the colors. I didn't like the bright, but I think a black one would.
I could do black, yeah.
Yeah.
Now again, for those that are new, if you're in the United States, I will ship this to you for free. If you're overseas, you need to be willing to pick up the shipping to ship this overseas. Vote now, 1 to 100. Okay, there we go. So voting begins now, and then I will immediately be giving away the yellow one after this.
I have an extra tire. I have a 2.4-inch enduro tire that I bought from my Tesla, and ultimately I didn't like it.
Yeah, you said you hated it. Yeah.
Yeah, ultimately I took it off, and I was gonna. There's a guy in well, actually I don't know his real name, but anyway, he's in England, and he really wanted it, and
oh God.
But yeah, I looked in to shipping this thing, and it just seemed like it would cost literally like over $100 to ship
It's terrible. Yeah.
A tire in a box, because the tire, I can't make it, it'd be a kind of big size box, and it's insane.
Yeah, it really is. It's such a hassle to try to ship overseas, and expensive.
Remember when Ian shipped us monsters for like $50? I don't know how he did that.
It was amazing that we got such a good price on those, and they shipped quick too. I remember it took a few days. The good old days.
Good old days. Yeah.
Did you see Ian's video about the alley cat? By the way, did you see his? It was during his live stream when he was in the forest. He talked about it at the last part of it.
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, he was much more intense about it than I was. Basically just
really
saying that the people were kind of idiots, more or less. That's the Cliff Notes version. Yeah, he didn't pull any punches. He was not happy with it at all.
Wow.
And obviously Jason wasn't happy with it. And like I talked about in the video, he wanted it pulled down, and Jason said that he wasn't aware of exactly what he was signing up for, evidently. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect things going forward as far as New York City and their affiliations with E-Wheels. I don't really know. Maybe it won't affect it at all. Who knows?
Yeah.
Lance asks what we're rolling for. You're rolling for one of my prototype Sherman full face headlight helmets. And I actually, and like I did with the Exo Armor, I've made the file for this available. If you look at the description on the store, the link to Thingiverse for this file, if you have a 3D printer, you can just print this yourself if you want, or I can do it for you. So I did the same thing with Exo Armor.
So Duff, you've Clark pads, right?
Yeah.
And he makes pedals. He makes he makes the Clark power pads, of course.
Yeah,
and he also makes. So he makes these bumpers.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just about ready to pull the trigger because I saw a rider with the Monster Pro that had these things, and it looks really cool. The front bumper and the rear bumper, and it gives adds this real beefy, aggressive look to the wheel,
and you can use it as a kickstand. I think you can rotate it on it, and it'll actually hold the wheel up too, I believe.
But the only thing is, wow, boy, $150, and I wish you had the design.
Yeah, I would need like a Monster Pro basically to try to fit that.
Well, there you go.
He's printing them out of this kind of material. That's the material that he's using for his bumpers.
Is he? Actually, I wasn't sure what they were made of. I kind of assumed that they were harder. Harder.
No, they're theirs, but the more you can print things so there's 100% solid. You can make them more dense. I don't have this very dense, but like the Exo Armor that I sell, that is actually printed as solid plastic. There's no infill to it. It's just solid plastic, for impact. But yeah, this is not.
So what do you think for $150? What do you think is the material cost like super high, or is it mainly the engineering? Because it looks like it's a really nice fit for the wheel. So he must have done some. I don't know how he got the dimensions.
There's. I don't know if he does the modeling himself or he has someone else do it for him. But like, there's ways when you have a 3D modeling program, if you have a number of pictures from different angles of a surface, and then you have like a ruler next to those, so you have the measurement. You can actually pull all that stuff into the 3D modeling program and make something that is pretty darn close to the dimensions and to follow the curves and all that kind of stuff.
So they don't have to be scanned per se. Then they can maybe do it.
That's a way to do it, but it's a kind of a klutzy way to do it. Is my understanding.
So how much? What would you guesstimate his material costs? I'm just curious what you think.
$20, maybe $20. Really? Yeah. This material is more expensive, but it's not $150 more expensive. Yeah, but it's all the time involved with modeling, and of course 3D printing takes a long time. This kind of material you have to print slower as well, so it takes more time. So. Yeah, I mean, Chris's stuff is not cheap, but it's obviously very good. I actually just ordered a set of Clark pads, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. Well, did you see what he's been doing? Is he's migrating from 3D printing the Clark pads to having them made out of foam, like just out of a mold, basically.
No, I didn't know
he has foam ones now. And that's what I ordered because I want to try them out.
Well, okay, interesting.
Same shape, but they're made out of foam. Like your power pads that you stuck on your Monster Pro.
Yeah, that the one thing I don't like about all the 3D printed stuff is, the surface finish is,
Mhm.
bottom line, it's crappy compared
Yeah.
to,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, with the foam ones, it is not crappy. You would be happy with that.
right, right.
Yep. All right. So wait, I gotta pull a random number here for the red full face headlight helmet. We have a number of guesses in there. The random number is 53. Marty Eakins here. Hey, Marty. Marty's one of my channel members, so I love Marty. Let's see. Although Marty Backey is not. All right, 53.
Hey, I'm not a member of YouTube either, so I'm a cheapie.
Yeah.
I hate subscriptions.
I know that's right. I did try to talk you into getting YouTube Premium, and you're like, "No way!" All right, Chase 76, you're the winner, dude. Chase 76, red face headlight helmet. Okay, so just email me duff@eucarmy.com. Say, hey, I won the red full face headlight helmet. So we're gonna do the yellow one right away. Same thing in yellow. Another prototype. Still flexible, just different color. Yeah, Marty, I was thinking about doing like a whole set in orange for my Sherman, because I like orange exo armor, orange headlight thing, because I kind of like orange. So, all right, so let's do start voting. Start voting. Yellow. Okay, there we go. So now we're voting on this. But yeah, I just posted the design this week, pictures online and stuff, and seems like people think it's kind of interesting and cool. Gives you some additional protection for the light, and also lets you add some color to it. So
yeah, for me, I think I don't know what kind of protection ultimately what I would add, but I think for me, black, it would just make it look beefier and kind of give it a kind of a cool look. That's all.
Yeah, let me make a note to make a black one, because I have this stuff on hand to do it. Because I am off. I'm off to Tuesday. I got an extended weekend, Marty. I'm trying to live the retired life, sort of.
One day at a time.
Yeah, that's all I can do, unfortunately. All right. That's nice to see when we do voting for giving away stuff, we don't have to talk about controversial subjects. Okay, so well, now Ronan brings this up. You're a bit tough with New York City. Not everything is dark like you guys are describing. I didn't say everything's dark. I don't think everything is dark at all.
Yeah, everything's not dark. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that the Telegram chat sounds pretty dark, but in general, I don't think all New York City riders are bad people for sure. They're probably good people.
No, of course. Yeah, I'm on friendly terms with various New York City guys.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, yeah,
me too.
I've even been known to roll in the dirt with them a few times in that chat, but again, I kind of feel like I need to take a shower when I leave. So.
Electric unit. Oh, okay. What did you send me in chat? Oh, this. I don't want to pour gas in the fire. I don't know if you saw Dale's video about the whole situation, Marty.
Dale.
Dale, EUC Wheeler on Facebook.
Oh, I was afraid you were talking. No, I don't know what he's.
Okay, yeah. I don't need to pour gas in the fire.
What was his contribution?
He was just kind of making fun of the whole Icarus video, and kind of the boohoo message that came out of it. In the way that Dale does.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got enough votes in here. Let's bring up the random number generator again. Wait, I gotta stop the voting. Vote now. Yeah, guys, I have a lot more shit to give out too. All right, so we're gonna do a new random. Oh wow! All right, 50. We're right in the same ballpark here. 34.89, 47. That's pretty close. 58. 47 is the winner, and that is Let's Sample This. All right, buddy. So all you do is just email me, duff@eucarmy.com, and I will get this shipped off to you hopefully sometime this weekend. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I know electric unicycles, Dale. Yeah, I know. I know who you are, man. So Lance says, I came for the conversation way more than the stuff, but would totally take the shirt though. Okay. Well, I have more shirts yet. I got 4 more shirts too to do.
How many people are on the stream right now?
58.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
I try to, I scheduled it ahead of time. Yeah, I think you gave me that advice at one point. I kind of set it out there and let it percolate a little bit, so people had a chance to kind of plan around it. So, and
we haven't been boring people apparently, or it used to be 100, now it's down to 50.
No, I don't think I got to 100, but Dale's entertaining people in chat already. Melt says,
I can't see any of the chat in my view.
Yeah,
because of our interface.
Yeah, I think you'd have to be looking at it on your phone or something.
Yeah, Dale's a creep. Nah, and we like Dale. I
like Dale. He's entertaining for sure.
He goes way back. People, yeah, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
The people that remember the old days with Dale.
Okay, so again, we keep getting pulled into Mickey conversation. Now, this I'm not going to say exactly why I say this, but I can tell you that this is absolutely not true. Okay, Let's Sample This is acting like Mickey had no idea that this was going to be the end result. That is not true. He knew that there was inflammatory stuff in there without question. So I'm not sure where you got that impression, but that is not true.
I mean, Mickey would have to be, come on. Mickey would have to be living on a rock. He knows exactly what everyone outside New York City.
He's not a dummy. I mean, he's a smart guy. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew.
Yeah,
he knew what he was getting into.
Yes, absolutely. So Yaza J TV, I have plans to travel from London to USA West Coast soon. Oh wow, there you go, Mickey. Or Mickey. Oh God, Marty. We'll be riding in Arizona in the mountains. Any tips for a slow London rider will be appreciated. I guess you do have to ride slow in London, right?
Yeah. Well, what's slow? I don't know, but yeah, we were. I don't know how to answer that. Tips. I don't know. Depends if you're. It's only if you're doing. You can ride as slow as you want. It's only if you're doing group rides with other people that, your typical. Like group rides with me, you're going 20 miles per GPS, 20 GPS miles per hour, which could be 22, 23 miles per hour on your app type thing. That would be on the faster stuff, for group rides. Group rides are, at least my group rides are not all about going from A to B as fast as we can. They're about going from A to B, smelling the roses, enjoying the scenery, a social experience. It's not a race. That's not my kind of rides.
Right. Yeah. What was I going to say? I just forgot. Oh, yeah. You remember the good old days, Marty, when like 20 miles an hour was hauling ass? I mean, when you were doing 20, you were hauling ass big time.
When I got my ACM, I remember that was my first wheel. And then yeah, when I got the AC, which is a 67-volt wheel, and I was riding with guys who had KingSong wheels, which, were slower. And I can remember vivid in my memory going this one area where we were riding, and I was going like 22, I think. And it was scary fast, man. It was like, wow, this is like amazing.
Yeah, I remember like all I wanted for the longest time, because I had my Ninebot 1E Plus, is like, oh man, if I could go, imagine if I could go 16 or 17 miles an hour, I'd be like a comet. It's just amazing how perspective changes, and having the Sherman has pushed that even higher. Because I don't know if you saw the one video that I was riding, I think the V11, the V11. And I said that I had a case of Shermanitis because without even thinking, I was pushing up against 30 miles an hour just because I'm now used to doing that on the Sherman so easily. So I get myself in trouble with other wheels.
I did see that. I can go, I think the fastest I've ever ridden is about 35-ish, something like that, GPS. But, and maybe it comes down, well, partly age, maybe it's, I think part of it also has to do with heritage, coming from the days when wheels were much less powerful and it was easy to overlean them. I've overleaned wheels back then, just hopping on and starting too fast, and I would fall over the front. And so if I'm going 20, when I'm going 25 GPS, I keep saying that because a lot of people think they're going a certain speed, and they don't realize most wheels
are
3
to 4 miles an hour off. Right?
Most wheels, not all, and you kind of have to learn each wheel you get, but most, from my experience, they've all been about 10% off in the right direction. So that they say you're going 25, they're off by 3 miles per hour. And, that's why I keep saying that. But in my back of mind, I guess I just think about what would happen if it cuts off or something happens. And people seem to think, like, I remember Black Cobra saying, it's kind of struck me. He was saying how he was going slow, and he said he was going like 20. Now, I'm sorry, but if you're going 20, when I go 20, I mean, it's a spectrum, but it's still pretty damn fast. I wouldn't want to have a cutoff and fall flat going 20 miles per hour on a wheel. So Irwin was saying he was going 20, and I was going slow, which just shakes my head that people want to say, my comfortable.
I mean, the end result shows that 20 is not slow. And when it comes to the damage that can be done to your body, I mean, going that speed, it's crazy. I mean, he is so screwed up.
When I broke my shoulder, fortunately, it was fractured, but that was I remember looking at my watch, and that was 18 miles an hour. And I think that was closer to GPS. That was 18. That was a really violent experience. So,
well, I mean, my worst fall was on that skateboard. I was doing 15 or 16. That impact when I hit the ground, man, it was, you don't forget it. I mean, and that was going, slow. Hard surfaces just don't feel good, going any kind of speed, really.
So that's why for me, I don't have anything to prove in life anymore. So I'm just gonna, people call me whatever they want, like zombie riders if you want, whatever. But 25 is as fast as I'm going to go. And to be honest, my true comfort zone is in the 19 to 21. When I'm cruising, enjoying the ride, that's my speed.
It's whatever. And I just keep going back to that video where I talked about Cobra's incident, and I don't think a lot of people, and when that happened to him, I mean, I've thought about that situation a lot, just how, if something serious happened to me as a result of riding an EUC, I don't think about that scenario much. But if it did, I have a lot of responsibilities, and just imagine if I could no longer fulfill them, because I was overly aggressive with an EUC, did something dumb. So it definitely woke me up a little bit.
Fortunately, you have the kind of job where even if you broke both arms, you could probably, after a few weeks, you could probably still do your job more or less. But people that require physical, have physical jobs like police officers and whatever, right? I don't know what I would do. I guess like I have commented, I bought when I was working, I had disability insurance.
Yeah, that was interesting. You had that. I did not know that. That's a good idea.
I would encourage all you guys out there. Yeah, it costs you money, but if your livelihood depends on it, I think you should.
Well, I was thinking also, my job is not a physical type job, but my property has a ton of physical demands, and I just think to myself like. Who's going to take care of everything I take care of, if something happens to me? So, and the answer is probably nobody. Yeah, you're sideways now, Marty.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Let's see.
All right, let's give away another shirt, guys. I gotta buzz through this stuff. It's already 10:30. All right, this is a extra large of the EUC Army shirt, dark blue, white logo, extra large in size. Again, free shipping to the United States. If you're overseas, you're going to have to help me out with some of the shipping costs. 100 blue XL shirt. Now. XL shirt. So Marty, I have there's a guy that I found out that lives like 2 blocks from me that just got into EUCs like in the last 4 or 5 months. He actually just pulled up to my driveway because he says, "Oh, you're Duff." I said, "I've seen your videos." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Hey, how you doing? He has a 14D. He's a 14D, and I emailed him and said, "Hey," because he's thinking he wants to upgrade, and he was actually disappointed that I sold my 16X because he would have liked to buy that. He said, but he wants to like ride my wheels and just see what they feel like, so he can kind of try before he buys. But it's nice having someone close like that, so we can probably ride sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm so used to riding by myself.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're kind of in a EUC desert there. Huh?
There's a few, and I saw like when I rode the golf course last weekend, there was actually an old dude on a one wheel there. He just kind of rode by when I was stopped, and so there's a few, but not nearly as many as you guys have.
Yeah, one wheel doesn't count.
Yeah, you've never tried it, man. You can't diss it before you try it. Come on.
I'm 100% EUC, and I don't care about anything else.
You sound like the New York City guys now. EUC or nothing.
Screw you, man.
Yeah, screw you. Or screw you, one wheelers. You suck, man. I banged your mom. That's pretty much where it goes. Most conversations.
Yeah. But a lot of one wheelers are converting to EUCs.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
yeah.
it's like
it's happening. I think it's a natural progression, really. It really is.
But I'm seeing direct evidence. Apparently, it's a growing phenomenon that people are kind of frustrated with one wheel that they haven't done anything in forever, and
no, they haven't.
And that's super expensive, and then
services.
And let's face it, they do kind of suck compared to EUCs in terms of performance and range and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm stopping the voting on the shirt. Okay. And we're going to generate our number, and our number is 29. Yeah, I'm curious what One Wheel is going to do next, because like you said, they have not done anything really significant in quite a while. And I'm curious how their sales numbers are, if they're suffering like you would expect they are.
they advertise a lot. I don't know how many times I see their slick, commercials like on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name? I invented the one wheel and he drops it on the ground and then people are riding and then really good commercials.
Yeah. All right. The winner of this is Johnny Zapp. Johnny Zapp. Email duff@eucarmy.com. Say, hey, I'm Johnny Zapp. I won the extra large blue EUC Army shirt. Congrats.
So I'm going to have to bail.
That's fine. I can keep busy probably for another half hour giving stuff away, so no problem.
All right. All right. Well, it's fun joining you. I always enjoy chatting with you, Duff.
Yep. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping in. Someone said, yeah, you guys should do this every week. It would explode. If we did a live stream every week. People might not know the history. Like Marty and I
tried that once.
Yeah, well, every 2 weeks, but yeah, it was hard to do. But I mean, you and I are really the first ones that started, as far as I know, doing EUC live streams because Ian started shortly after we did. But I think we started and we had so many technical issues. We'd have these episodes where like Marty, like we could not get Marty's audio right, or he would be echoing, and I would be scrambling to try to get it working. It was a hassle. Luckily, the StreamYard's a lot cleaner now than it was. So,
I mean, for whatever it's worth, I wouldn't mind doing this more often.
Yeah, no, me too. It's just a matter of it just pops into my head, but we should try to do it more often because I think. People, despite us being old and having no skill and all that kind of stuff, I think people generally like listening to us. So yeah, sure, I agree.
Okay, all right, Duff, and everyone, thanks for joining us. Good. Well, I didn't see any of the chats, but hopefully we didn't bore you too much.
You can check it on the replay if you want, and I'll turn this into a podcast as well. So,
yeah. All right, cool. All right, Duff.
Thanks.
See ya.
Okay. Big thanks to Marty again for stopping by. It's much appreciated. So now, all right. So we gotta give away some more shit, guys. And I saw Ottawa Wheeler said about the shirt. I don't remember. Let's see. The shirt that you won was a medium. You said an extra large would work better. Just let me know when you email me or whatever. I have extra large I can give you. Just remind me. Okay, this is another extra large no skill zombie rider shirt. You guys should know the drill at this point. Voting starts now. 1 to 100. That was a good conversation. I don't know what kind of feedback you guys have about the whole situation. I mean, obviously, I knew that we had to talk about the whole alley cat stuff, but I've just found everything about it disappointing. The race itself, the reaction, and multiple people have said, hey, these death threats and stuff, and the stuff that was directed towards Mickey and the dealers was very toxic at times. I'm not debating that at all, and I don't endorse that at all, But to me, it's all about just the actual behavior and the decision making. I'm not real into. If you haven't noticed, I'm not really into like just name calling, because name calling is unproductive. It doesn't help anybody. Doesn't make anybody feel good. Or if it does make you feel good, then it doesn't say much about you. So, but hopefully we have sunnier skies ahead. All right, we got some boats coming in. Oh, Jed Roos. Okay, this is good. This is ironic. Did we talk about the fuse issue in the Sherman? That's something I could have talked to Marty about. No, we did not talk about it. But look what I have sitting here. I have my two 30-amp fuses. For those of you that don't know, eWheel sent out an advisory saying that the 50-amp fuses that are installed in the Shermans are not doing an adequate amount of protection to prevent an overcurrent situation. They're too big. So what they have done now is they have downgraded those fuses to 30-amp fuses, and supposedly it's still more than sufficient to meet the power needs of the wheel, but it offers more protection. so you, the fuses will pop prior to the wheel destroying itself. That is the hope. So I have these fuses here. I will. I got to review the installation guidance that eWheel sent. I imagine they're not very difficult to put in, but yeah, I'll do a video about putting these in at some point. Yeah, I just actually, Joe, I just responded to the initial email about the fuses. I just said, hey, yeah, send me some, and I got them in a few days. Marty, man, Marty Eakin, $10 super chat. Wow, that'll get me a few coffees. Although the price keeps going up. A large coffee down here is now like $2.56. You just keep creeping the price up. Every few months the price goes up. I do get annoyed by it, but it doesn't affect my coffee consumption. All right, so let's stop the voting on this shirt. Voting, and we'll bring up our number generator once again, and let's see what we got. 39. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, Dale, I'll show them your video later. I didn't want to put it on the stream. 39. Okay, NYC EUC is looking pretty good there at 34. Yep, all right. NYC EUC. This is XL NSZR shirt. Okay, bud, just email me, duff@eucarmy.com. I think you might have won stuff before, I believe. Email me, say I won the extra large No Skill Zombie Rider shirt. All right, let's get through these shirts. I have 2 more shirts left. All right, let's get through these. Okay, large. No Skill Zombie Rider, large. And there is text in the back. I don't know that I said this previously, but yeah. We're giving away the large. Voting on large NSZR shirt now. To 100. Okay. You can hide that. So yeah, okay, Yasa JTV. Any tips on printing tires with TPU? I don't know. Do they need to be functional tires, or just for a model, just for show? I've never done it. I never printed a tire in TPU. TPU has been very challenging for me to print. I finally have a setup with my Prusa printers. It seems to work consistently with this Polymax Polyflex TPU that I print with. But I have struggled with it a lot. The Prusa printers are direct drive, so they generally speaking do pretty well with TPU, but sometimes TPU can be a real pain. It jams a lot. It can be a real pain. But it is cool. I mean, this stuff is so durable. It's really cool how durable it is, but you have to print it slow. It's expensive, and it can be a pain. Okay. UC Vibe says, I think Mickey deserves a second chance from the community. Hey, whatever, sure. Yeah, I'm not saying that he doesn't. He's the one that said he was leaving. I don't know. If I said I was leaving, I would leave normally. I mean, but that's the way I am. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm normally going to actually do it. So we'll see. I still think that he feels like he was the one that was wronged in this situation. And I think as long as he feels that way, it's going to be difficult. Cynthia May says, I don't believe the death threats I saw in the comments. Someone said, what if you're blah, 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 blah. Why are you making threats to my family? Oh, okay, Cynthia. Well, yeah, I wouldn't, in that example, I wouldn't call that a death threat, obviously, but who knows? I don't know. I don't know what's up and what's down, But regardless, death threats are out of bounds for sure. But I don't know what actually transpired as far as that goes. Okay, just checking to see if I missed any. 42 is closer to 39. Oh, Leo saying I messed up. Wait, what did I mess up? Okay, 39. Where's the 42? I don't see it. Oh, Lance. Oh, I didn't see Lance's. Okay. All right, Lance. So you were the closest on that shirt, but because it's my mistake, I will send one to both of you. So Lance, send me your address as well. Did you win earlier? No. Okay, you didn't. Send me your address as well, and I will get a extra large No Skills Zombie Rider shirt to you. All right, so let's stop the voting on this shirt. Okay. All right, let's do another random number. You guys are probably used to this now. Okay, 76. Ottawa Wheeler, 78. Oh, wow. Okay. Now 78 is closer than 73. All right. 77 is closer than 78. E. Simon. Okay. E. Simon. E. Simon has won. Did I say XL? This is large, actually. Is large okay? E. Simon, is a large shirt all right? Let me know. Or if it's not, when you email me at duff@eucarmy.com, you can just tell me. Tell me large is okay. Or I would really like an extra large, whatever. All right. Let's take that out. All right. Let's see what's okay. I got one more shirt. Let's get rid of the shirts. And then I have 3 stands, 1 set of exo armor, and a dog bone Sherman seat, which is from Joe, Shield 400. Okay, this one is extra large. This is the EUC Army shirt, navy blue, white print. Let's see, EUCA blue XL. All right, so we're gonna give this one away next. E. Simon says large is great. Okay, good, because that's what it is. Vote now. XL EUCA shirt. 1 to 100. There we go. All right. So we got more commentary on this. Totally excited for the V12. Started in a V8 last year. Oh yeah, that's a great upgrade for you, dude. V12. I'm really looking forward to it. I know Zen Lee was kind of like, he was kind of wishy-washy about it, but he also was kind of pissed off at Inmotion, I believe. So you have to kind of take that into consideration. Chooch loved it, but Chooch loves everything. I didn't see Jimmy Chang's video on it. Not really sure, but he's usually pretty positive on things as well. So, but I expect to totally like it. Yeah, I like the tech. I'm into tech, so I think I will like it. Has more than enough range for me. Even though it's a 16-inch wheel, my experience on 16-inch wheels with 3-inch wide tires is they are still very stable. My 16X was very stable. My Nikola was very stable at speed. Speed's in the mid-20s. And I'm expecting the same thing with the V12. Let's see. Back to Mickey. I think if Mickey did not make a second video, if he just pulled the original video like he actually did, he would have been fine. Yeah. Well, yes and no. I think that, obviously pulling it was what should have been done. Or, well, in my opinion, this is all, of course, it's my opinion. I'm not the one, I'm not God when it comes to what someone should do with their EUC videos, but in my opinion, yeah, pull it. But if you're going to do a second video, just, make it a genuine, remorseful thing instead of the little, FU, it started out seeming sincere, and then it wound up with a nice big FU at the end. So I'm not really sure what kind of message you're sending there. Okay, so we got some votes coming in. Okay, I'm gonna let these votes come in, and Marty with a -1 vote now. Come on, now that can't win. I'm gonna go grab another Miller Lite though. I'll be right back. Actually, I had planned to drink more of these. I only had one, but with Marty on, I didn't want to seem like a raging alcoholic with Marty on. All right, let's stop the voting on the last shirt of the night. If you guys are really disappointed you didn't win a shirt, I do have these shirts available on the store at a very reasonable price. I believe my profit margin on these shirts is like $1.50, something like that. So they are reasonably priced. Okay, so let's go to beers. Go to the beers. All right, let's bring up the random number generator again. All right. Our random number is 41. Miller. Yeah, Miller Lite. That seems to be my go-to beer. All right, so what did I say? 41. All right, who is close to 41? I'm reading some of these comments there. I'll get back to them. They're kind of funny. 34. What I made another mistake. 41. Dizdos hit it on the nose. Really? Wow. Anybody else? No. Dizdos. Wow. That's the first one on the nose. Good job, man. Okay. So email duff@eucarmy.com. Let me do this. Hold on. I think you can do a banner that'll have my email address on here. Save. Show. There we go. So now you have, that is the email address you emailed to say, hey, I'm Dizdos. I won the extra large EUC Army blue shirt. Okay. Got a nice big pile here on the floor. All right. So that is the last of the clothing. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more things to give away. Wow, great. All right, so let's go back here. Let's see what I missed while I was, okay. And Dizdos, good job. Cynthia says, Chooch puts a 9.7 to 10 on everything. Yeah, kind of. And I like Chooch. I mean, he's a kid. I mean, and I'm sure he's thrilled with the success that he's had lately. He's gone viral with some of his videos, so I'm sure it's super exciting for him. What is that? NM26445 with a super chat. When was, oh, you just did that? Nice. Can't ride but enjoy EUC vids. Respect your logical thinking. Also love DD coffee. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. It's so generous when you guys super chat. It's very nice. I appreciate it. So anyways, yeah. I like Chooch, but I kind of tire of the format, I guess. I don't know. Did you see Chooch won an EUC race? Yes, I did. I saw. Yeah, because that was the race that he was in. Zen Lee was in. Wasn't Jesse Garnier in there as well? I don't remember everybody, but yeah. No, Chooch he's a really good rider. Way better than me, for sure. But he also weighs probably 130 pounds soaking wet. All right. V12 is very tempting to go to from a one wheel. Yep. And if you saw Marty, I've been trying to get Marty to try a one wheel forever because there's lots of guys out in LA that have one wheels. I said, just try one. Just try it and just see what you think. Because for as long as I have had both, because I first learned EUCs and then I went to the one wheel, people have asked me a million times, Duff, what's better, an EUC or a one wheel? I said, as far as specifications, an EUC kills the one wheel. It can go faster. It can handle more varied terrain because it has a bigger tire. It can go longer. It's an EUC from a numbers perspective kills the one wheel, kills it. But I've always found the side stance riding style of the one wheel more enjoyable. It's more engaging for me. It's more fun. It's more relaxing to me to ride a one wheel. Always has been. That has not ever changed. So that has been my answer. EUC is better, but as far as the actual riding experience goes, I've always preferred riding a one wheel. All right. Unusual. Yeah. This beer is a special edition. This is like a 4th of July can, I guess. Yeah, Miller Lite normally does not look like this. Marty says you'll buy a shirt later. Marty, just contact me. I'll get you a shirt, man. You're a channel member. That's the least I can do. Just send me. All I need is your. If you've never bought anything from me in the past, all I need is your address. And I don't know if are you referring to the No Skill Zombie Rider shirt or the blue EUC Army shirt? Just let me know which one. Okay. Larry says Mickey did a pro wrestling heel video. I expect he'll be back in a mask as the Make EUC rider next. Yeah, that would be funny. Maybe. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Marty says, nice to see fans that can't ride but still like the content. Oh, right here's the post that NM2645 said. So you can't ride, but are you thinking about riding? Is that are you contemplating it? Because if you are, I suggest you do. You know, the learning curve is steep, but it's the effort is worth it, in my opinion, for the enjoyment and what it opens up for you. Think help. Greetings to you and Cindy from Australia. Thanks, buddy. Cindy I think she's back in the bedroom watching a movie right now. Yes, I did hear about that electric unicycle. I do remember hearing about that several years ago. What part, Cindy? I don't know. What part, Cindy Dale? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Mad Bevo sold your pint. Range anxiety. Maybe I'll get an XR someday. I still have my pint, and it's great for little fun rides. Obviously, you have to be mindful of how far you go. The most I've ever gotten on the pint was 10 miles, and that was with a favorable wind to my back going to Dunkin' Donuts. But if you're riding aggressively, 6-7 miles is more what you can expect. So, but I do love the rounded profile tire in the pint. I can throw that around really, really easily. Cynthia says this looks like a Barbasol can. Yeah. How many people know what Barbasol is? It's shaving cream. Okay. All right, we got to give away some more stuff. EUC vibes. Getting mad at Mickey for showcasing what another writer chose to do is like getting mad at HBO because Mike Tyson. I don't agree with that analogy. I respectfully disagree. That was a live event. This was not a live event. This was an event that he literally said that he sat and thought about for a long time before he put the video out. So that is not a one-for-one comparison. So you're way too old to learn. I do have to tell you that the oldest person that I'm aware of that was riding EUCs was 83 years old. Now I have to be honest and tell you that he told me that after riding for about a year, he did fall and hurt himself pretty significantly and stopped riding. So, but he was riding. And I'm 53. Marty is 60. So yeah, there's a lot of older people that ride because these are expensive toys, and in many situations, you have more disposable income as you get older. So it's mostly an older crowd. You need to shave? All right. Go ahead and shave, man. David is 66. That's nice. Marwan, about the new KingSong unicycle. I have not heard anything definitive other than repeatedly that it's going to be a 20-inch wheel. I think it's supposed to have suspension as well. But I think it keeps getting pushed back, any official announcement. But that's what I heard. I think other people have heard something similar. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people know older riders in their 60s, one in his 70s. Yeah. Joe, you're blowing your EUC budget on a Cab Motor Works e-bike, and how much do they cost? I've never heard of that, but never heard. Okay, so let's. All right, I'm sort of caught up. Yeah, so let's give away something else now. Okay, this is one of my prototype stubby stands. The difference between this and the ones you get on the store is the ones that I'm selling, it's straight across the top. It doesn't have this notch. And the reason I removed the notch is I've seen in some wheels, if you don't get it dead center in here, like it could kind of get hung up on either one of these notches. Not hung up, but just it didn't sit as nicely as if it was just a straight piece across. So obviously it'll still hold any wheel. It's adjustable. With the stubby ones, it only will support something that has pedal hangers that are, 5 to 6 inches high. The normal height wheels. This wouldn't work for a V11. This wouldn't work for an S18. This wouldn't work for an EX. It does work for a Sherman. I know that because I've had my Sherman on it. So I have 2 of these I'm going to be giving away. So let's start the voting for stands. And again, let me reiterate, if you are overseas, you're going to have to help me with shipping on this, because especially shipping something like this overseas, not cheap. Definitely not cheap. So let me start voting stubby stand 1 to 100. All right, while you guys vote, I'm going to go make a quick bathroom break. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So this is stubby stand 1. All right, we're going to stop the voting. Don't use the same number as someone else did, Bill H. You want to have unique numbers. I don't have a good I don't have a good tie breaking system other than sending them each something, I guess. All right, let's see if we'll. I need a contest moderator. Broke the seal, yeah. I guess I did, Dale. All right, we're gonna stopping the voting. All right, so let's bring this back up. Who is going to be the lucky stubby stand winner? Okay, luckily it wasn't 68. So all right, so it's 11. Oh, Cynthia. She nails it. She nailed it. 11. Nice. Good job. All right, Cynthia. You've been here all night, so you know the drill. Email me, duff@eucarmy.com with your address, and I will get this to you this weekend. All right. Let's do this white stand. This is the white stand that's functional. This is the more narrow width. This used to be normal width for most wheels, but now more and more wheels with their batteries are becoming wider and wider. So, like this doesn't work for a 16X. This doesn't work for an EX or an EXN or a Sherman or a Monster Pro. It's too narrow for all those. This would work with like an 18XL. This would work with like a V8. This works with an MSX. This works with I believe this will still work with an RS. It's the standard 2.1 stand that I've sold 1 million of. Original design by Matthias. So we're going to give away the white stand next. 2.1 stand. Now 1 to 100. Vote only once. Try not to vote or give a number that someone else has already given, because I don't want to have to do a tiebreaker. All right, so what else have I missed here? Let's see. Yeah, 2.1 does not work with the 16X. Now I have wider sides or bottom pieces I can put in that will work with the 16X. I could do that. If that's what you're going to use it for, that is an option. Okay. Marwan had 2 times the cutoff experience in the Tesla. What did you do? Did you overpower it? So you're asking if you think that you can push the speed on MSX 100 volt to 50 kilometers an hour, which is like 31 miles per hour? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I had an MSX 100 volt actually. And when I got the Sherman, I sold it because it seemed like it didn't really make so much sense to have a Sherman and an MSX. I would routinely roll 35 miles an hour, which would be, you're getting closer to 60 kilometers an hour on the MSX. Yeah, you should be 100% fine. That's a great wheel. Very strong, very stable at speed. An MSX, if you want to push it, can go mid 40s. So yeah, 50 kilometers an hour is fine. Let's see. Duff, have you ever ridden on South Beach, Miami? I have ridden around Yeah, I have actually. Yes, I have. Cindy and I went to a like a Comic-Con kind of thing over there, and had my wheels with. And yeah, I do remember riding around there. Depending on the time of day you go, it can be quite crowded. So yeah, it's very busy, but there are a decent amount of people in Miami that have EUCs. I had a couple Miami riders come over and ride with me late last year. So there's a pretty decent EUC crowd in Miami. And I've ridden my wheels down by the beach here on the West Coast as well. All right. Oh wow, it's 11 o'clock already. My goodness. Brett, you heading out, Brett? Good night. Good night, buddy. Good night. That's funny, Marty. Marty Eakin? How you notice how since you're a member, like you appear differently in the chat. There's like a little member icon next to your name. I just realized that, and your color stands out as well. See, there are benefits to being members. You can join my YouTube channel for as little as $1.99 a month. It's crazy, right? And then the expensive membership is $2.99 a month. I mean, I know I ask a lot, but yeah, but you do get cool things like recognition in live streams. So Dale said he had a steep hill phobia from a close fall and when he get really bad wobbles. Yeah, I always get if I'm doing like a kind of emergency braking situation, I almost always get wobbles. Almost always. And I've never fallen from it, but it happens with pretty much any high power wheel that I've ridden. If I'm laying on the brakes hard, it's going to wobble. And part of that is because of the way that I ride, how I typically have very minimal contact with the shell. Like if you guys have seen me ride, I have bowed legs. My feet are on the pedals, and then my shins kind of like curve around the shell, and I have very little contact with the wheel in most situations. So it kind of amplifies my vulnerability to wobbles. All right, let's stop the voting on the white stand. So I still have more crap to give away. And then Dale says, yeah, shows you shouldn't just bail. Yeah, right. That's true, because there is sometimes a reaction to just, kind of panic and jump off. And I've had that feeling before. I have had death wobbles or felt like death wobbles, and I've ridden out of them. Actually, I had what felt like a death wobble when I was doing one of my high speed runs on the Sherman. I remember I hit some like bumps in the road when I was trying to do high speed, and it started to wobble badly. In those situations, you have to try to stay loose, don't tense up, and I was able to ride it out. But there are situations where you might think that you're better off just bailing. All right, so we need a new random number, right, for the white stand. Here we go. The number, okay, we're staying low. We're at 18. This is for 2.1 white stand. In retrospect, I think I'm giving away too much stuff. This is going to be a lot of logistical things I have to deal with here. All right, so 18. Oh, Marty, I don't see your extreme emoji for some reason. That should work in the live chat for some reason. I don't see it. Oh, I know why. Because I'm looking at StreamYard. If I looked at YouTube, I probably will see it. Let me look. Yeah. If I look at the YouTube chat, I see the extreme emoji. Actually, I see a lot of emojis that I'm not seeing in StreamYard. Okay. Well, that's good to know, I guess. All right, so what number did I say we're looking for here? Oh, crap. I need to come back. No, That'll get you guys sick. All right, 18. So let's go down here. Cynthia again? No way. Does she win again? Cynthia, really? 22. Shit, I think she did. She did. Cynthia, you won again. You just won twice in a row. What are the odds of that? Okay. All right, I guess you got 2 stands coming. Hopefully you have wheels to put them on. All right, good for you. Let's pile this up here. Okay, so we just gave away some samples. Let's do this. Okay, this is exo armor pieces for the Sherman. If you don't have a Sherman, you probably don't want to bid on this or participate in this. I mean, they're cool little plastic pieces. I guess you can do other stuff with, but they're almost all silver. There are a couple that are gray, and there are 2 purple corner pieces in here as well. These are just extra ones that I've had sitting around, and I'd like to clear up the space. So this is a full Exo Armor set that normally would sell on the store for $29.99. So that is what we are bidding on now. Let's see. Now silver Exo Armor. 1 to 100. There you go. So, okay. I wonder if these will fit a splice guard. The Exo Armor? I don't know. Is the splice guard the same diameter tubing as if it's the same diameter tubing as a Sherman or real close, it probably will. But I can't say for sure. Good night, buddy. Take it easy. Hopefully you contacted me for your prizes. All right, Dale, what am I supposed to put in your parcel? What am I putting in there? I shouldn't have voted again. Oh, Cynthia, you don't want the white one? Okay, I mean, if you don't want it, I can send it to Dale. You let me know. If you want, I can send it to Dale, although it's going to raise the weight of the package. And that will raise the cost, more than likely, because it's expensive. Okay, Cynthia says I can give it to someone else. All right, no. I can give it to Dale. That's fine. Although Dale, you said that if you wanted to fit a 16X, you're going to need the wider bottoms, which is okay. All right. We're talking. Man, it's funny how all you Australia. I have no idea what time it is in Australia. I guess early in the morning. Is it what time, Dale? What time is it in Australia right now? I have no idea. We're talking about speed wobbles. Yeah, speed wobbles are definitely not just a noob thing. They can definitely they can hit even experienced riders for sure. All right. Oh, so E. Simon is in Melbourne. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna be doing some international shipping here, huh? All right, we got the votes coming in for the Exo Armor. Oh, so it's 1 p.m. in Australia right now? Really? Wow. Okay. Marwan says, I'm thinking to buy the RS high torque, but I'm confusing between if I have the off-road one or the street one. My riding style and tricks going down from the stairs to the unicycle plus jumping. Well, that's to me sounds like you would want the high torque, I guess. High speed is for high speed, but the kind of stuff that you're doing, like if you're doing tricks and stuff, a high torque motor would be better for you. Jumping and all that kind of stuff. You know, I saw we were talking earlier. I don't know if you guys heard or not, but about Mike Leahy. He's the guy that does all the crazy jumps on like the BMX trail and stuff. Where he's like, I don't know what kind of distance he covers, but it's a crazy amount of distance. And somebody posted a video on Facebook of one of his jumps, and I asked, I said, so how does because he's in the air for a few seconds. I asked, so what stops the wheel from going into free spin mode? And I guess part of the skill of being able to jump like that is to be able to keep the wheel more or less level, so it does not enter free spin mode. Because imagine if you're jumping and you start tipping back a little bit and it starts to free spin backwards, and then you land forward. I think that would be like instant frying of your system board, blow a MOSFET in that situation. So evidently that is part of the skill set, is trying to keep the wheel level as you are airborne. Which I thought was interesting. Not that I have any desire to emulate that at all, but I thought it was interesting. Okay. All right, I can tell your odds are getting better because we got less and less people hanging out. It's getting late, so we're gonna stop the voting on the Exo Armor. Stop voting. Okay. So we're going to generate a new number. Oh, okay. That's the highest one of the night, 91. Who went high? 12, 22, oh, wow. 56. Joe. 75. Yeah. Let me just make sure, because evidently I've been a little sloppy in my checking, but yeah, Joe. Joe, you are the winner. I think I have your address somewhere, Joe. I mean, if you want to email me just to remind me, but I have it down here. I will send you this Exo Armor, and you let me know what you think of it. Looks good in the Sherman. I like it. I haven't intentionally crash tested my Sherman to see how well it holds up. I think it would do a pretty good job, but I like having the color splash as well. Okay. Yeah, we got to give this stuff away, guys. I'm running out of gas. I'm old. I mean, you guys know how old I am. I'm really old. Okay, second stubby stand. I talked it up earlier. It's adjustable. It will fit wheels that are 5 to 6 inches pedal hanger height. It will not fit really high wheels. It'll be too low for that. It does fit a Sherman. I have had my Sherman on this. Nice and compact. Keeps the wheel low to the ground. The sides are smaller, so there's less ability for it to flex because it's smaller. So yeah, stubby stand number 2. Stubby 2. Stubby stand. So now 1 to 100. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, you got your odds are getting better and better, guys, because there's less people. I almost feel bad because the highlight of the night is Joe's dog bone stand, our dog bone seat. We're going to give that away, so you're going to have good odds if you have a Sherman. You're going to have good odds to win it. Oh. So it's nice. I got three more days left in my vacation. I can. I definitely would like to get out and ride. We are now firmly in wet season down here in Florida, so we're getting pretty much daily rain. So I have to be mindful of that. Definitely don't want to take the V11 out. Right. I'm still very hesitant to take the V11 out in wet conditions. Even though supposedly I have the upgraded bearing, I do not trust that thing in a lot of wet riding. S18 fine, Sherman fine, V11 not so fine. All right, got the numbers coming in. Only one more thing to give away after this. Fantastic. So Marwan says that my cruising speed goal is 50 kilometers max. Yeah, MSX would be totally fine with that. No problem. Don't worry about it. Larry says, how do you like your knobby in the Sherman versus the road tire? I don't know if you remember, but when I got the demo Sherman, it had the knobby. So I already liked the knobby. I liked the knobby enough that when I ordered my wheel, it was supposed to have the knobby. I preferred that. But I wound up getting the road tire, and the road tire is great. No problems with the road tire. Comfortable. Handled fine at speed. I did my fastest speed ever on the road tire, 43.9 miles an hour. That was not GPS speed. That was app speed. So probably it's closer to 40, but yeah, road tire, 100% fine. That being said, if I could only have one, I would take the knobby tire. I like the sound of the knobby tire. I like the look of the knobby tire. I just think the look of the knobby tire is more appropriate for the Sherman. I just think it just fits that wheel perfectly. So yeah, I'm very happy with the knobby. And on the new wider rim, it's seated great. It tracks real true. Yeah, I'm very happy with the combination. So Dale, did you? Yeah, I think you were here earlier. Did you see that video I was talking about? That Jack's from KingSong's channel. I think what is his? I think his YouTube channel is called Electric Dreams, I believe. Did you see the video when he was taking the 16X up that hill 10 times? The same hill that blew up a bunch of other wheels. I thought that was pretty amazing. 16X really is a very, very solid wheel. It's a great wheel. I don't have mine anymore, but I was hoping to have a V12 in hand by now to replace it. But yeah. Okay. All right, we're going to stop the voting. Stop the voting. Okay, stop voting. Did it stop? Okay, we stopped the voting. We're bring this back. We do a new number. This is for the stubby stand. Okay, again, we are high, 87. Johan Williams, 77. Bill H, 81. That's looking pretty good. Retired Inmotion, 81. Don't use the same numbers as somebody else. Oh, geez. Okay. Okay, so Retired in Motion and Bill H both guessed 81. So what we have to do, I've just developed this in the fly, is we have to have a runoff between just you two guys, Bill H and Retired in Motion. All right, so I need both of you to do one more guess, 1 to 100, and I will do a new random number. Bill H and what was the other guy's name? Bill H and Retired in Motion. Yes, Marty, a coin flip does work too. And if they don't see this message quickly, that might be what I do. I might just break the tie. All right, here we go. Oh, Shield 400 has some side action on Bill. Okay. That's good. That's good. It's good to have side action, right? Makes everything more exciting. Okay, Bill H and Retired in Motion. I'm waiting for you to do another guess, 1 to 100. Of course, you guys see me in a little bit of a delay. So, okay, Retired in Motion with a 50. Okay, he splits the middle. All right, Bill H, we need you. We need you to vote again. That's a very strategic guess. Now, don't guess 50, Bill H. Come on, Bill. Let's go. You can do it. Bill. Will someone tell Bill to guess again? Bill, guess new number. I'm trying to be as fair as possible. Come on, Bill. I know. I mean, who knows Bill? Someone nudge Bill. Come on, Bill. Joe has $5 on you. Let's go. Bill, guess new number. Yeah, good guess, Larry. Thanks. Appreciate the help. That is a hate mail with some good advice there. I don't know. Bill might have checked out. I don't know what Bill's doing. All right, we're gonna give Bill a 15-second timer. If I do not see a updated guess from Bill, we are going to just give it to. We're just going to give it to Retired in Motion. Oh, okay. Okay, Bill has guessed. Wow, Bill, you just got under the gun. Okay, Bill's guess is 25. All right, here we go. Now, Bill, Joe has money on you, so 96. All right, Joe, you lost $5. Retired in Motion, you are the winner of the second stubby stand. Email the email address you see down below. Say this is Retired in Motion. I won the black stubby stand, and we'll work out the details. Okay, guys, I have one more item to give away. Now, again, this is only going to be interesting to people that have Shermans And the person that made this is actually in the chat. Shield 400, Joe made this dog bone style Sherman seat. And the reason that this is desirable is because of the design. You're able to still kind of see and access the buttons on the control panel of the Sherman, whereas with like the conventional Zoom Wheels Brian seat, it's one big solid piece. So really, if you had the seat on, you can forget about interacting with the control panel. This allows you to kind of still interact with it. So I'm going to be giving this away. I'm going to keep the other seat that Joe sent me because I'm going to try to raise it up and make it higher, so it fits my long dimensions better. But you're going to be giving this one away now. Again, it's only going to fit on a Sherman. If you don't have a Sherman, there really isn't much need to bid on this. I mean, you can use it as a weapon, I guess. But yeah, Joe did a really good job, and he just made this for himself. I mean, he, as far as I know, Joe, unless it's changed, I mean, you're not selling them or anything. But I mean, the workmanship is it's quality. All right. Dog bone Sherman seat. Vote now. Vote now. 1 to 100. Okay. Here we go. Last thing I'm giving away tonight. I do appreciate people that have been sticking around. There's been some people that have been here the whole time. I'm almost done. I'm giving away the last thing. Larry's here if you want to say hi to Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Cindy says hi, Larry. Cindy loves Larry's humor. Larry is very funny.
He seems very kind, and his daughter's adorable. His wife's gorgeous, and he has all these super cool movie things.
Well, Larry is in show business, kind of. So
it's classic movie history.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you can hear Cindy, Larry, but Cindy is singing your praises.
Cool stuff. He's your coolest EUC friend.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Larry, Cindy says you're my coolest EUC friend. All right.
I don't want anybody to get mad at me, but it's just the truth.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. All right. Second Miller Lite is done, and I don't think I need a third. I'm good. It's gonna get too late. Hi, baby.
Second Miller Lite?
I only had two.
I'm going to have to carry you to bed.
It's only. What do you mean? It's only two. Larry says thank you.
You're welcome. And he's got the most stylish EUC of anyone.
Oh wow! You hear that, Larry? Cindy says you have the most stylish EUC as well.
He's got like all that stitching and
Yeah.
color and design.
Mm-hmm. He says that you clearly have excellent taste.
Yes, I do. Thank you so much.
Yep. All right. We'll give it a little bit more here. There's only 36 people in the stream at this point, so there's not going to be a whole lot more guesses, I don't think. Oh, man. Long night. Oh, wow. The stream has been going on for 3 hours and 9 minutes.
Very long. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I started late, but yeah, it is very long. Although I have had longer. I did have a 4-hour stream once. For some reason. One of my past streams was 4 hours long.
Oh.
But this is long. It still is long, for sure. Okay, I think we're done voting. All right, so we're going to stop voting. All right. All right, we got to bring the random number generator back front and center. All right, here we go, guys. This is the last random number of the night. Oh my God, serious? 97? It went up one. Wow, I did hit generate. You did see that, right? Okay. All right.
I'm having a snack.
That's fine.
You know, I'm here.
Johan. So, DNut 999 86. I'll double check this, but I believe that DNut 999 is the winner. Yes. Congrats. Dog bone. Okay.
Want some brioche with your beer?
No, I'm done with the beer. No, I'm good. DNut 999.
Peanut?
DNut.
Oh.
D is in dog. All right. All you got to do is email me at duff@eucarmy.com. Email me your address. Hopefully you're in the United States, because shipping this overseas would not be fun or cheap, for sure. All right, let's minimize that. Larry with a super chat. Oh, thanks, buddy. You don't need to do that, but appreciate it.
Can I 3D print him and paint something for him?
Well, I'm sending him something. I dropped off something for him today. So yeah, and let's see how many things I have to. Oh my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 things to ship out now. Oh my God, that's crazy. What's that?
A lot of postage, keeping your mailman.
Yeah, I'm keeping the U.S. Post Office in business. That's okay. They need some help, right?
That.
Yeah, Cindy was a postal worker, so she appreciates me supporting the post office, which I do, definitely. I can't remember how much I've spent in postage in the last year, but it's quite a bit. Cindy.
Yes.
Larry says that the $5 super chat was for you.
Oh, okay.
and your discerning taste.
Oh. I'll put it to good use.
Yeah.
Want to bite of my brioche?
No taste, yeah.
You had it earlier.
Oh, wow.
Chocolate brioche.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you recycle this for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. It's been fun. Like I said, a bunch of you hung out the whole time, which is awesome. Very appreciated. Big thanks to Marty for jumping in. I just casually said to him today, hey, if you're bored, stop in. And he was here for, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So, well. Hi, Captain Marvel.
What? I made this.
I know. Yeah, you should show that off.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
It's black. You can't see. So this is one of the Captain Marvel. It's one of the various shirts that Cindy has made. She's very talented. Marwan says, "What you have?" Whoops. Yeah, Marty. Yeah, I'm glad you stopped in. And like I said, just email me your address. I'll hook you up with a shirt. No problem. Marlon says you have 2 batteries. If anyone's in 2 batteries for what? What are you talking about? What kind of batteries? Let's see if he responds in. Okay. Well, Marwan has 2 batteries. I don't know if he means double A's, 9-volt. I'm not sure. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that's stuck around. Larry mentioned, dealing with the tough issues. Yeah, sometimes I wish that other people would talk about this kind of stuff. It seems like I have been, looked at as oh, hey, there's something shady going on. We need you to say something. Okay, well, I'll say something, but it would be nice if more people would say stuff as well. And I understand why they don't, because it is
Peer pressure.
Well, it's easier to just go with the flow than to point out, troublesome things. It's always easier to not say anything, but sometimes, you just gotta say it. So
Be bold.
be bold. Marwan says the 1800 watt hour batteries. Okay. If you need some batteries, those you must have done a battery upgrade or something. Contact Marwan for some 1800 watt hour batteries. So, okay, guys, thanks again for stopping by. I will be turning this into a podcast tomorrow. Those of you that don't know, I actually do have a podcast stream on. It's on iTunes. It's on Google Play. It's on Spotify, and you can just open the RSS feed. So these actually do translate into decent podcasts. I was actually listening to some of the old ones a couple weeks ago, so it's kind of interesting. So, okay, guys, I'm heading out. I'm really tired. What? What's that?
Don't forget to take your weed.
Don't forget to take your weed, right? Okay. All right, guys. Till next time, Duffman out. Thanks again.